We're live, Kim.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
That's good. So, I want to welcome everybody to the Arts and Authors Extravaganza Virtual Part 2. And basically, we're just going to have fun with this. Uh, Kelly, do you have anything to add?
Oh, I do. So, first and foremost, most people meet Kim as an author and then the visionary. I am not most people. I met Kim on a chance encounter in 2002, before this whole path began. Thank you, Jean.
That's right. If it wasn't for my mother.
Jean and Kim came over to my soon-to-be-in-law's house. It was my first time being in New Jersey. And, we were there. We got to meet, and Kim and I bonded immediately.
That's because we're both bulls. We're both Tauruses, so you know how it goes.
So Kim and I stayed in touch over the years via Facebook. Never got to hang out, though, until 2017.
Right.
When I first moved to New Jersey. During all that time, Kim wrote her books, started this wonderful platform, and she will always be my sister of my soul. But with that being said, Kim and I have a tendency to feature your guys' art and work over our own. So I want to give Kim a moment to tell us the new and exciting things she's been working on.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kelly, because that was great. I just wanted to just backtrack just a little bit, and I want to thank Alec and Andrew for putting this on several streamlines, social media platforms. So I wanted to thank you guys for, taking the Arts and Authors to another level, because this is wonderful. It's great. And it is something new for us, but, Kelly and I, we're learning. So I really appreciate the fact that they're doing this for us. So thank you, One True Promotions for helping us with this. Okay, but I just wanted to inform everyone that, this is our 10th year with the Arts and Authors. And like Kelly said, I always, promote everyone else, but I tend to forget about myself, especially when it comes to these events. And I just wanted to let everyone know that I am an 8 times author. And I also host the Arts and Authors Extravaganza. It's an annual event that we put on. And this year, of course, in August, we're celebrating our 10th year. And I also help people write, publish, and market their books. And this is through my bookbuildersacademy.com site. So if there's anyone out there that is interested in writing their own books, you can go to that site, or you can inbox me, or however you would like to get in touch with me. I will have the links at the bottom of the page, or wherever Kelly and Alec and Andrew is going to place that information. All right. But I just want, my other information will be there too. But just to let everyone know, we also have the Arts and Authors Cruise that's coming up. And that's going to be in September. September 17th is going to be that cruise. And August 8th is going to be the Arts and Authors 10-year anniversary at the Crown Plaza in Cherry Hill. All righty. But enough about me, because, you can find all my information. But I just wanted to introduce you to Kelly, because, she barely get a chance to, give her information as well. So Kelly, take it away.
Of course you make me take it. Hi, everyone. My name is Chandel Kelly DeVita. I am a photographer and an author. I was recently published in an art and literary magazine online. I'm not really great at spoken word, but I'm going to read my poem for the first time ever. It's called A Moment of Weakness. In the beginning, my voice was quiet. No one would listen. I continued to speak and tried to make myself heard, and still no one would listen. The pain became increasingly daunting. It would overwhelm me in a moment. A moment of weakness for me would put me on my knees. Then the others came, the other symptoms that made no sense. Doctors would treat the symptoms, but not the cause, writing my voice off before it was heard. You cannot be experiencing that much pain. That makes no sense. Come by when you're having the pain. A moment of weakness for me would put me on my knees. Living a half-life as my health deteriorated without knowledge. Fighting to live the life I wanted. The depression and anxiety had taken root. Once again, treating the symptoms and not the cause. I got those under control, but a moment of weakness for me would put me on my knees. A new pain arrives, and it is now time. Awake, asleep, full, hungry. The agony is making me nauseated every day. No longer relying on doctors, my research begins. A moment of weakness for me brings about a change to seize. I gather evidence for those who disbelieve. I search for someone, anyone. I reach my breaking point, my voice reaching new heights. A look of astonishment when I present the evidence. A moment of weakness for me brings about knowledge of a possible ease. The tests go on for 6 months. In that time, the world is turned upside down, making it harder for my health. Things are delayed, the pain escalates. And the diagnosis is, the pain is real. No to cancer, but yes to chronic illness. A moment of weakness for me brings about a heart and mind appeased. My written word isn't, it's not only the thing I've been working on this past year. I've been working on my photography and marketing myself. So over the last year, I refined my market. I'm no longer moving forward as just a photographer. I've moved on to fine art photography, whose focus is mainly on nature, our planet, and if it exists on our planet, it's fair game. My offerings now are more towards the collector side. Whether you want to decorate your home or your office, I have images of nature to bring into that space, to offer a different brilliant splash of color, or that serene and calming, depending on the medium you guys are looking for. So most of my pieces come ready to hang out of the box. And this is a quality museum print. I invite you to come follow me on social media, on Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, and I even took the leap and did my first TikTok. But if you're interested in investing in your art and pieces of art, I invite you to view my new online store. So, Kim, I'm done.
You did wonderful, Kelly. You've come a long way. And as a friend and seeing that you have gone through so much, I commend you because you've really, have gotten stronger. Actually, we've gotten stronger.
We have.
And I just appreciate that you're taking this journey with me.
Anytime, sister. Like I said, sister of the soul.
Yes. So now we're going to introduce
I think we're bringing Holly in.
Yes. So Holly is getting ready to come on in.
Well, hello, everyone. Hello. You know what? I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Thank you so much for having me here, Kimberly. Kelly, that was just beautiful. Love your artwork. Just absolutely wonderful. Hello, Alec, and all the other authors. I'm just truly excited. I'm almost like a fireball, and I have to try to calm myself down a little bit, but I'm truly excited to be here. When you're doing the work and it seems like nothing is happening, I just encourage you, Kelly, to just keep doing the work because eventually something is going to open up. And I understand how that is. I've done that many a times. I was a Philadelphia police officer, and I'm also a Christian. And I heard the Lord telling me that my time up on the police department, it was over. Like he wanted me to leave. And I said, okay, well, God, what am I going to do? And he began to show me something, a gift that I had as a little girl. And I used to love to write, even up into my teenage years. I began to write. But somewhere along the line, life happens and I gave up the idea. But when the Lord instructed me to leave the police department, guess what? I did what he said, but not immediately. Taking a step of faith was just something that was so crazy for me, but I had to be obedient eventually. And it took me 2.5 years really to do what the Lord told me to do. And so when I finally did that, I was home and I remember I'm like, okay, God, so what are we going to do? And he began to tell me to just start writing. And I said, okay. So I started writing about my leap of faith and leaving the police department, going into the unknown. I had no idea what God was going to do, but he told me to write. And so what I did is I wrote this first book of mine. It's called The Many Faces of Faith. It is actually my testimony of God telling me to leave my job. And in this book, it's really a prophetic book. God was speaking prophetically to me. He told me what to do. I did it. Now, none of these things in this book had happened yet, but he told me everything that I was going to be doing. And guess what? Today, I am doing it. He told me I was going to be an author. He told me I was going to be a publisher. He told me I was going to be a public speaker. He told me I was going to be a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ. All of those things plus some, I'm actually doing. So this book was very prophetic. It's called The Many Faces of Faith. And so I continued on and I just continued to write. All in all, I've written about 12 books, but because they sell so much, I kept the ones that are my biggest sellers. And so what I'm doing is I'm letting you see the process in which the Lord took me to get where I am today. And I know a lot of times when we're doing things, it seems like nothing is working. But the Lord began to instruct me that there were some people and there were some things that needed to go, right? And sometimes we have such a hard time. We want to take everybody where we're going, but everybody can't go where we're going, right? And so some people, some things are just a distraction and they'll get in the way and they'll keep us in a place of being stuck. I did not want to do that. And so the Lord began to speak to me about letting go. And let me tell you, letting go is not easy. It is definitely a process. And so he allowed me to write this book. It's called The Process of Letting Go. The Process of Letting Go, the ultimate surrender. So when you can really let go of some things, God begins to open up another door and another door and another door. But when you begin to hold on to the things that you need to let go of, some things that are hindering you in your walk, you're going to stay in a place of being stuck. Again, I did not want to do that. And so I was obedient to God. And then there's a time that when you're letting go of some things, you go through different seasons, right? Different seasons of where you're supposed to be, why this process isn't working, what season am I in? And so I begin to hear from God again about seasons and allowing me to know that there are so many seasons to this journey, right? And so what did he do? He gave me another book. It's called To Everything There Is a Season. And a lot of times when we're going through our season, we don't understand that you have to plant, you have to sow, you have to water it in order for it to grow, right? This is how my mother did. She had a beautiful garden. God rest her soul. She had a beautiful garden. And I talk about her garden in this book and how she had to tend to her garden. She had to plant her seeds. She had had to water them. There was a time in the winter time where she had to cover it up, right? Because now they're being prepared. She didn't see things spring up automatically because we have to be in a prepared season. And so our biggest thing that we don't like to do when we're in our season of being prepared is the waiting. Nobody likes to wait. We want things to move like this. Like we're in the microwave generation. We put it in the microwave and it gets done, right? But guess what? That's not how it is. Sometimes you just have to learn how to wait. And so to everything, there is a season. It talks about different seasons of our life, different seasons of our journeys. And it's those seasons that bring us to the place where God wants us to be. And part of the waiting, there's something that you should be doing while you're waiting, and that is praying. I've learned how to pray the most in my waiting season. A lot of people don't like to pray. They don't believe sometimes that there is a God who actually hears you, but I'm here to tell you that he does. And so what he taught me through my prayer, he led me to Hannah. Hannah in the Bible. Hannah was a woman of God who was married to a man who had another wife who would be able to have babies on top of babies, right? But Hannah, being his other wife, she wasn't able to have any babies at all. So this thing frustrated her so much. This thing made her so bitter in her heart, so sorrowful in her heart. And they would go up to the mountains and to pray every year. Hannah, her husband, the other wife, and the other wife's children. But Hannah would be so depressed that she couldn't even eat. And she went off by herself to pray. While she was there, there was a priest named Eli who stood there where people would come and pray. And he saw Hannah there praying, right? He thought she was drunk because she was crying so bitterly that she was speaking, but no words were coming out of her mouth, but only her lips moved. I don't know if you had that kind of cry before. I believe Hannah had an ugly cry. You know, those ugly cries that when you're crying so hard and so bitterly, you just want God to hear your prayers. And Eli said, "What are you doing up here drunk?" I'm paraphrasing, right? He says, "What are you doing up here drunk? Don't you know better than that?" Hannah said, "Sir, I am not drunk. I am crying my heart out." And she began to tell him the story. And so what the priest Eli did is he told her, "God has heard your prayers and you will have a child within the next year or so." Well, what did Hannah do? She got up. She was excited. She believed the man of God. She went on about her way. And not long after that, but she had to wait, right? Here we are waiting again. Not long after that, Hannah had her son, and a powerful son she had. And so this is Hannah, Prayers of the Heart prayer journal. You can log in your prayers to God. This is a personal journal. This is between you and God because he sincerely hears your prayers and he wants to answer each one of them one by one. I thank you again. That's all the books that I have with me because all of my other ones are sold out. If you're interested in any of the books, I have two websites. One is ministerhollygennings.com. Just that simple, ministerhollygennings.com. You can also order from my other website because I'm also now a life coach. And that one is called Evolved, evolvedwellnesslifecoach.com. Thank you so much. God bless you. I appreciate you having me here.
Thank you so much, Holly, for being here. You have a nice day. Great show so far, right, Kim?
Yeah, I love it. Thank you so much. It's so awesome.
It sure is, isn't it? So
yes.
before we continue, I just wanted to share this little promo video for you as a thank you for putting this event on. And this, everybody, is an introduction to Kim Ross Hollingsworth. And Kim, I know, isn't it great?
That.
I know, we love it. We love it.
Show.
Oh, we love it. We love it. And just before we move on, in case anybody forgot, do you want to remind everybody where they can support you, where they can buy your book, where they can support arts and authors?
Well, yes. If you need to find any information out about me, you can go to my website, which is KimRossHollingsworth.com. Everything is posted there. And if you, well, yeah, everything is posted there. So you don't even need to have any other information.
Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much, Kim. And thank you so much for putting on this wonderful event. We will be hearing from more guests shortly. But yes, if anybody has questions for our guests, please post them on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch. And we will have the guests answer. We will make sure your questions come directly here to StreamYard. Thank you so much for watching the Arts and Authors Extravaganza. By the way, Kim, just in case, so Ronnie needs 10 minutes. So I'm going to go on ahead of Ronnie, if that's okay with you, Kim.
Yes, it's fine.
And also, it seems as if the Arts and Authors Virtual 2 doesn't want to let me post the viewing link. So I sent that to you privately. If you would like to share that on the Facebook page, I think everybody will be able to see it. Maybe I don't have the right sign in or something.
They can see it on the event page. So
you can see it? Okay, good.
Place it on the event page. It'll be there.
Okay, good. Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much.
I'll put it there now.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you.
You're
very
welcome.
much. And I suppose now it's me. So thank you, everybody, for being here. So a little bit of background on me after this very brief message. Thank you, everybody. So some of you may be wondering who I am. My name is Alec Pangia, and I am the Director of Broadcasting for One True Promotion. One True Promotion is a broadcasting and entertainment brand for art authors and artists, particularly those of them on the independent authoring scene. We began in 2019, and Andrew and I formed the group to support our fellow community. And basically what One True Promotion does is we run live streams, we host interviews, we do promotional pieces for all the authors in our surrounding environment. We were very fortunate to meet Kim Ross and Kelly when we were first invited to the Arts and Authors Extravaganza back in 2018. I was there selling Barker's Rules at the time. More on that a little bit later. But we were guests at the 2018 Arts and Authors Extravaganza, and I just want to say that to this day, I think it is one of the absolute best book signing venues that exists, especially in our area. I believe truly I have never been so beautifully promoted. Never have I signed up for an event where as soon as I submitted my attendance, I was immediately seeing these beautiful graphics and these posts with my name on them. That is the work that Kim and Kelly put into all of their guests, into all of their events. So it truly was just amazing to be there, and it was amazing to be one of the featured authors there, which is why you might be wondering what's going on today. But Andrew and I approached Kim about doing a partnership for Arts and Authors Virtual. Last time we were on Zoom, but today we are on StreamYard. If this is your first time learning about StreamYard, I will let you know that it is the fastest growing platform for live streaming artists. It is the fastest growing platform for live streaming artists. What StreamYard basically does is it functions very much like Zoom. It allows you to communicate on virtual screen as we are now, but it broadcasts us out to a live audience. Right now, you are watching Arts and Authors on Facebook at Alec Pangia, at Andrew Bast, at Kim Ross, at Arts and Authors Extravaganza, all on Facebook, at One True Promotion on Facebook. You are also watching it at One True Promotion on YouTube and at Kim Ross on YouTube. All of these locations are currently streaming this broadcast. So if you have not yet seen it, you can find it very easily by following One True Promotion on YouTube and clicking our latest live video. You can follow it very easily by subscribing to Kim Ross on YouTube as well. So, and if you happen to be on Twitch, which is primarily a streaming platform for gaming streamers, you can find the video there too at One True Promotion on Twitch. So that is who we are, and we decided we were given the absolute privilege to host Arts and Authors today. And I'm enjoying it, and Andrew is enjoying it. And I hope that Kim and Kelly are enjoying it as well, but time will tell. So now that you know what's going on, a little bit about me. I, in addition to directing One True Promotion, am the author of Barker's Rules. This is a thriller novel about a young girl's coming of age in the unfortunate location that is the house of Justin Barker, a serial murderer who has taken her out of her home. It is basically a story about deciding whether or not you can truly escape from the predicament that you are in, or if it is best to adapt to the environment that you are in and figure out how to take control of the situation. But if you choose to do so, what then could happen to you? What then could happen to you if you become too accustomed to this very unpleasant environment? Barker's Rules is a psychological thriller. It is a character-driven story about two people who have met under the strangest of circumstances, but impact each other's lives in ways they never expected. Some ways very kind of hard to come back from. And it sounds a little intense, I know, but the people who have read it so far have described it as a one-day read. As you can see, the book is not incredibly thick. It is designed, hitting my camera. It is designed to bring you moment by moment through Melanie's journey in the House of Barker. It is designed to be very gripping and very fast-paced. It is designed to show you how she adapts to each individual day, what her next move is, how she adapts to each individual moment and development. So basically, it's a novel that basically grabs you and never lets you go until the end. We have sold a modest amount of copies so far. I formerly published it under a publishing company, but I recently became an independent author and republished it. And it's been a little bit touch and go with getting it on the map since then. Since I became an indie author, we've had a little bit of trouble getting the word around, but growing more and more every day. So if you know anybody who would be interested in reading Barker's Rules, please let them know that it is available now on Amazon.com. All they got to do is type in Alec Pangea, the name you see on screen right there, and they can find Barker's Rules. There is also a Patreon. It's a scary word, isn't it? I love Patreon. Patreon is one of my favorite places to be. It is the best way for indie authors to make bank, to make e-bank, as it were. Patreon is a subscription-based store run by an individual author on the Patreon community. If you are not aware of Patreon, you can just find it at www.patreon.com. That's patron with an E added in the middle. And to find me, you just got to go to www.patreon.com/Alec Pangea. What the Patreon does for me personally is it allows you to become my primary base of supporters. The patrons are the first to receive news from me. They are the first to receive news stories. They are the first to receive special deals on books. They are the first to receive exclusive merchandise. The patrons are the first to receive everything. It is subscription-based, so you pay a little bit of money per month to be a part of the Patreon. My price is $1 per month. At just $1 per month, you can be a patron of Alec Pangea. For $1 a month, what you get is a free ebook of Barker's Rules. You will get the ebook sent to you directly with no extra charge but the $1 a month, along with a newsletter which features collaborations and reviews of collaborations like Arts and Authors Extravaganza, shout outs to our guests who have appeared on my live stream Drop a Line, and industry news, events that are coming up, such as Arts and Authors Amazing Cruise that they have coming up. All of that is included in the newsletter, plus an exclusive, never-before-seen short story written by yours truly. All of that goes directly to the patrons through digital download for just the $1 a month subscription. But it gets even better. We are also working on getting patrons huge discounts for paperback books. Basically, how it works is I have the option of buying author copies of all of my work. Authors are able to buy copies of their own book for about $4.26, and that comes directly to our house. And for just a $4 cost of shipping, I will send you an exclusive discounted paperback copy of Barker's Rules. Ultimately, that adds about $4 to your annual purchase, which brings the annual cost of my Patreon to about $16, which is pretty much the lowest Patreon deal on the market. So, and that's sort of the whole idea. We don't want people to pay a whole lot of money to be a part of the Patreon, but what we do want is membership. My dream is to have bustling membership on this Patreon for every person who comes in to bring in $1 a month and add to our readership and add to our community and our reach around the world, as it were. The goal of the Patreon is to put these books into as many hands as possible, into the hands of as many people as would like to read them, and to ensure that basically everybody's having a good time and reaping the rewards. So yeah, for just a $1 a month subscription plus a $4 surcharge, if you would like to get a paperback book, you will get pretty much all of my stuff just for being a patron at prices that are far, far ahead from what anybody on Amazon.com is paying. So if that sounds interesting to you, I encourage you to just go to Patreon and type in www.patreon.com/AlecPangia. Currently, my fiance, Carrie Walden, and I are writing a new book called The Children of Arc. The Children of Arc is a new series upcoming. It is not related to Barker's Rules. It is the start of a new series, which will be published alongside it. It's part of the Kalapar series. It is a dark fantasy epic about slaying demons, particularly your inner demons. This story I've had since I was 18 years old. I've always been a fan of action cinema and animated cartoons and things like that. So there's a little bit of influence. All of those influences are there in The Children of Arc. The Children of Arc is the story of Richard Renovan. Richard Renovan is basically a he's basically a daily worker. He lives in a suffering economy in a refugee town in a world that has been absolutely destroyed by demonic beasts known only as mankind's predator. And he is working just like everybody else to support the town he lives under. And for the most part, life is pretty quiet until demons come to their town for the very first time. But it turns out Richard has a secret that he can unleash against the demons in defense of his neighbors and his town. That is how the story begins. This is the story of Richard's hero's journey. It's always been very fascinating to me. I've always wanted to write about this character. I've always wanted to write about this sort of subject matter. And I can't stress enough that in a world that is absolutely ravaged, where the environment is a disaster, where society has ceased communication, even from the east to the west coast of the United States, where people don't really know what's going on beyond their small town, where a lot of people haven't seen their families in years. Everybody has some kind of baggage. Everybody has an inner demon to slay. Richard is going on a journey not just against beasts, but against himself. So I really do believe that the story can resonate with people who are right here in the real world. Everybody here in the real world knows what it is like to struggle through hard times. They know what it is like to fight spiritual battles. They know what it is like to stand witness before the Almighty. So I do believe that this story can resonate even with the casual viewer who just picks it up and says, oh, what's all this about? So if The Children of Arc sounds interesting at all to you, that will be releasing on December 5th, 2021. I am blessed to have a co-author in the form of my fiance, Carrie, who has contributed just so much to this story, and I couldn't thank her enough. I am blessed to have my lead marketing guy, Andrew Bass, the co-founder of One True Promotion, one of the co-hosts of today's events, who has been the series' #1 fan since the beginning and will be joining us later today on the lineup. And I am also blessed to have my amazing artist, Cameron Coates, who has been submitting art for the Kalapar, bringing these characters to life with beautiful, beautiful artistry. And the quickest way to see some of those would be to join that Patreon, because they are all posted there. So thank you to everybody who has been on my team. I think we're hearing from some guests who are incoming. So I think I will go ahead and wrap up my segment there. I would just love to thank Kim for having me today. Thank you, Kim and Kelly, for having me today. Thank you for allowing us to host you and to begin this partnership. I am personally very pleased with the way that it is going. And I am pleased to be a continued regular at Arts and Authors. This truly is, everybody, one of the most gracious and invested groups of people that will get you a book signing pretty much you have met in the area. So if you have not booked a table for Arts and Authors yet, I think you should do that before the sun goes down today. Thank you all very much and have a nice day. We will be right back introducing our next guest. Next up will be Ronnie C. Dawson and Ambition the Poet. But before Ambition comes on, we will be doing prizes and drawings. We will be right back, everybody.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Hold on, let me just make sure.
Yes, sir. Everybody can hear you just fine. You are live, sir.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We hear you. You are live and you are good to go whenever you're ready.
Okay. Thank you very much for having me. My name is Ronnie Dawson, founder of Broken Bars Publishing and author of Irreconcilable Differences 1 and 2. I've been busy working on my next project, which is actually converting the books to stage play. It's kind of been delayed because of COVID, as I'm sure we've all been affected by. But now that the world's opening back up and things are getting back to semi-normal, I've gone back to production and getting things ready for that. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see so many authors that have participated in the Arts and Authors event, both the previous one and today. So welcome and thanks for joining and supporting Kim. Kim is a great host and collaborator as she supports me in my events as well. So I also would like to congratulate all of the first-time authors. But Irreconcilable Differences was a novel that I came up with back. I started writing it in 2009. It's a story that kept a lot on edge. That was about a woman whose life was turned upside down when her family was tragically killed in an accident. The first one got me feedback that I didn't expect, which actually caused me to write a second one. It was left with a cliffhanger that gave me an option, and I was able to move forward and do that, which was also exciting. The feedback that I got from the first and the second, individuals were asking for a third book, which was not in this series. So I'm actually working on something else. But the play, I'm excited to announce, will be coming soon. That's also going to be recorded live and distributed via DVD. So I'm excited about that. Also, coming up in October is an event that I am having at the Deptford Mall. It's an annual event, the Fall Book Fest that we have every year. We didn't have it last year, obviously, because of COVID again, but we are coming back this year, October 16th from 10 to 4, again at the Deptford Mall. We had 30 slots initially open. I think we're down to 15. So there'll be a lot of authors in that because we'll be in the center court of the Deptford Mall, first and second floor. If it's something that you would like to participate in, feel free to contact me or let Kim know. She'll let you know how to get in contact with me. You can reach out to me on Facebook at Ronnie C. Dawson or Broken Bars Publishing, by email, brokenbarspublishing.com, or our website, brokenbarspublishing.com, I'm sorry, is the website. brokenbarspublishing@gmail.com is the email. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ronnie, for being here. You have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
Kim, you're on deck.
Who?
I said you're on deck.
Oh, hi.
Hi, how are you? So,
Good.
I have a question for you, actually. I feel comfortable.
Okay, hold on. Let me turn this up a little bit.
Yes.
Okay.
Would you like to greet the guests live on your side of the screen when they come on?
No, I would rather you do that because
Rather
you
I
know
do
my
that?
situation.
You got it. That's all good. All right, you got it, Kim. Thank you very much. We'll be with you. Next, we will be having on, we will be doing prizes and drawings. So somebody let me know in private chat who's going to be directing this, and I will bring them back on screen in but a moment. Thank you all for watching One True Arts and Authors Extravaganza, as brought to you by One True Promotion. Next, we have prizes and drawings. I feel like we might be bringing Kim back on for that.
Yes.
Is it you? All right.
It's me. Hi,
All right,
everybody.
wonderful. All right.
Okay, because this is my best part because I love prizes and drawings. So I have a little clicker here where I have everyone's name on it. And I'm just going to pick one name. And this is for a $50 gift card. Okay. And
the other option's rental, just so you know how that won't work.
the person
Everything's included.
that I picked was, hold on 1 second. Oops, I don't.
Having a minor technical difficulty. We will be with you very shortly. Stay tuned.
Still there? Am I still there?
Be a little big in the shoulders.
Hello?
Yeah. Hello. Hi. You blacked out for a second, but you're back on, so you're good.
All righty. And now the only thing is I'm not getting internet connection here very well. So that's the reason why I'm having a little difficulty. But the person that this was Diana Martin is the person that wins this gift card. So We're going to come on again with another prize later on, and it's going to be another gift card that we're giving out. So back to you, Alec.
Thank you so much, Kim. Very exciting. Thank you very much. And everybody, please stand by for Ambition the Poet coming shortly. Thank you, everybody, for bearing with us for the past moment. We have everybody on deck now. So please welcome, or help me welcome, rather, the amazing Ambition the Poet coming on. And you are live, sir. How are you today?
Hey, thank you, thank you.
Wonderful. Take it away.
All right, let me get my background. I knew my background was going to be messed up. Yeah, let's get it right first. Okay. All right. Who am I? I'm just some regular poet. My name is Ambition the Poet. I'm the first foster care poet in the history of the United States. What does that mean? Basically, I go around using my art to tell people the stories of foster children like me. My story is I started off in Philadelphia as a foster child. I am a descendant of what we call the 80s fallen families. And if you know anything about inner cities at their time, they were going through what you call a crack epidemic. And so I'm a descendant of that era. My mom and parents were on drugs at that time. And then I ended up in foster care. And so when you hear me speak with a lot of passion, with a lot of loudness, a lot of brass, a lot of power, that's all coming from what I call a big ball of fire, made and built in Philly, but really pressured and made more so in Sicklerville, New Jersey, just a little small town. I call it the Black Burbs. There are a lot of towns like Sicklerville that a lot more people need to understand that they exist. America would like to tell you that there's struggling Black families only in the cities, but only if you knew what it was like to walk up and down or drive up and down 130 and 295 in the turnpike. I could show you some suburban towns where not only Black people are struggling, but so are our white counterparts. Can I get an amen? Because it is Sunday. But I didn't come here to really preach to you today. I just really wanted to tell you a little bit about myself. Sometimes as authors, and I'm going to give you an encouraging word, authors, you're going to struggle with getting some press, especially the independent authors. And I love what Alex is doing with his promotion, especially for the indie artists. But I decided that, you know what? I wanted to write a book that interviewed myself. What I understand is that some of our local press, you may need to know somebody to get that press, to get to the local news. Even though you're from that town, it may take you a while. They say that you may need to pay a publicist $2,000 to $3,000 to get some press. And so I said, I can't wait for that anymore. I need to write a book interviewing myself for foster children like me. The Courier Post and different platforms. I don't know what they're doing. But I do know that in Sicklerville, in South Jersey, there are foster children struggling like me. And they're just not Black, but they're also white. You can look at your local chapter, something called CASA, and ask them about the demographics about foster children right here in South Jersey in the tri-state area. And so I wanted to create a book called A Foster Child's Interview. And the foster child's interview is me writing from a perspective through poetry to have a journalist talk to me about my life. The other books I have, which is From the Tongue of a Foster Child 1, 2, and 3, they are compilations of my works and just telling you what it's like to think from my perspective as a foster child. But this book, A Foster Child's Interview, is just a straight up interview of what happened to me. And so I wanted to make it more like a picture book. And so what you're going to get here is a lot of pictures. Let me give you, yeah, so you get your table of contents. You see my picture? Yeah, that's good. Yup. So you get the table of contents, then you get a picture, and then you get the poem next to it. For those that are on here, I hate that some people in your life will not share the resources. Some people will not do that. Now, again, guys, I like to use Lulu. This book came from lulu.com for those that are watching. If you want to have different styles of book, I really like Lulu. I was with Amazon, but you know that process of getting your book cover accepted is a mess. And so guys, if you're tired of having that Amazon book cover that is a mess, you can go to Lulu. It's way easier process. It does take a little bit longer to get to you, but I did use Lulu, and I'm thankful that I used Lulu because when it comes to picture quality, they're a little bit better. And so I want to be an author that shares resources, and we as authors need to do that. Do not hold it for yourself. Okay, we need to be able to help each other. This is not competition. With all due respect, I'm a foster child author. I write for foster children. You may write for domestic abuse, and somebody else may write for the homeless. We need to help each other. Trust me. Whatever God has for you, you will get it. Can I get an amen on here? Y'all probably can't hear me, but that's okay. Now, in this book, you're going to get pictures. You're going to get poems. And all the pictures go along with the poems. And I really wanted to do something different. So the thing, guys, about this book, though, there's 2 books in one. Okay? Now, for those that love to read, let me just get to this part of the book. Yep, there's 2 books in one. I didn't want to just give you one book, okay? There's 2 books in one. All right, the first book is called A Foster Child's Interview, but the second book is called Revenge of the Foster Child. Oh, yes. Yes, guys, you're going to want to get this book. The reason why I gave you two books, for one, is because I write so amazingly. It's so amazingly. It just keeps coming to me. Not amazingly, but I write in so abundance. And so I was like, you know what? I have to give people 2 books for one. I don't want to shortchange my readers. And if you took your time out to read my book, I want to give you enough. Can I get an amen for that? That's good. Thank you for the amens that I'm seeing down there. Now, Revenge of the Foster Child is a little bit of an interesting book. This is taking the perspective of a foster child for the anger that I really had as a young boy. I hope I'm not over time, so I'm going to wrap this up. But there are some times in your life that people will tell you, do not write from your anger. Do not write from your hurt. They are sadly mistaken. There are some authors, you are writing fluffy. You are writing sunshine. I want you to stop. I want you to challenge yourself to write from your pain and your hurt. Because sometimes people need to understand that before you got to your sunshine state, before you got to your sunshine where it was all flowers, that there was some anger in there. And that there was some violent thoughts in there. And so in this book, I really wanted to articulate the way that I felt. And that there was young Black men who felt like me, who really did want to get revenge, who decided not to because, number 1, my mother was in my life. Number 2, she told me about who Christ was. And number 3, I don't want to go to jail. But the arts have saved so many people like myself and people like you. And so if that is impactful to you, if you like how I speak, please come and get this book called The Foster Child's Interview. Go ahead and support it. Oh, and the book, A Foster Child Revenge, the Revenge of a Foster Child series is on YouTube for free. So if you're not a reader and you love the audio, then it's on YouTube right now. And that's for free. So I'm going to give you, I'm giving you free either way, you know. And guys, if you need any help when it comes to speaking, because I see a lot of you saying like, you like my power, you like how I speak. Well, I do poetry and speaking coaching. A lot of us are already good. Do not take this as an insult. But if you want to go to the next level, when it comes to confidence, when it comes to power, I got you. And we're going to get in the lab and we're going to get into the gym. And I'm going to make you better as well as you making me better, learning different styles and different speaking patterns. Guys, my name is Ambition the Poet. I am the first foster care poet in the history of the United States. Now, mind you, that is 500,000 domestically, 2 million worldwide. Thank you so much. Think about the foster children like I do. Thank you so much, Kim, and the platform that you put me on. Can I say this before I go? Kim did not know my name. When I first met Kimberly, I was nobody. No disrespect to people say, don't call yourself a nobody, but I had no name. She did not care about respective of person. She gave me a chance when I met her. And I wanted to tell the world that if y'all know Kimberly, y'all keep supporting this lady, y'all keep backing this lady. She has consistently backed my brand from the beginning. I'm thankful for souls like you, Kimberly. And I'm just so happy to be a part of your brand. Anytime you need me, and if I could tell anybody else to back you, you let me know. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ambition. You have a wonderful day, sir. Thank you for joining Arts and Authors Extravaganza. Next up, everybody, we have Sam Rubenstein. Will be joining us very shortly. Here is an intro to Sam. How you doing, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'll stop stealing your thunder now.
Oh gosh, they gave me a full 15 minutes to say whatever I want, which is the strangest thing you could have done because I am chaos incarnate. Anyway, hello. My name is Sam Rubenstein. I am the creator of Second Renaissance Art, which is a arts initiative to create arts education programming and build an artistic community. We have a variety of programming that we offer. We're offering workshops. We offer visiting writers series. We do featured artists both of the week and of the month, which you can submit to online at secondranarts.com. And we encourage everyone that is watching to do so. And if you're part of this, also please do so. We can make sure that you can join us. A little bit about me. I am a poet and comedian, and that's pretty much the basic gist of who I am. I think that it's important that we find weird parts of both art and comedy, and so I'm pretty excited to be here, to say the least. Thank you very much to Kim. Thank you to Alec and Andrew for giving us the tech support in the background. So with that in mind, what I think I'm gonna do is I might just read some stuff if I'm allowed. At the end of 2019, I published my first ever kids book. It's called To the Spider in My House. It's written by me and illustrated by the amazing Matt McAdam, as you can see. And I was planning on doing a whole tour of it, and it didn't end up happening because of the pandemic. So if I may, I'm going to just read a little bit and let me know what you think. So the entire thing, beautifully illustrated, is in color. So we're going to do the old-fashioned kid style reading here. Hey, you there. Yeah, you. I see you. Sitting in the corner, carefully on guard, watching, prepared. In all honesty, I don't like you. And you don't like me, but I feel like what we have right now is working. I allow you to live here, and you skitter about, murdering until your heart's content. However, we need to lay some ground rules if we want this to be a long-term solution. The major rule being, I don't ever want to see you. Stay out of my direct line of sight. Do you understand that? See, move when I'm not around. Try to stick to walls. I've seen Spider-Man starring Tobey Maguire, then Andrew Garfield, then Tom Holland. And if they've taught me anything, it's you're pretty adept at this. Now I know what you may be wondering. Well, why must I adhere to these rules that only dignify me as a second-class citizen? Well, it's for your protection. Protection specifically from me. See, I am not a murderer. But if I happen to open the shower and you're in the bathtub messing around, I may, out of instinct, turn the shower on, sending you to your watery death, which is something that neither of us want. Now, I know this may be difficult, but I believe in you. I know that you'll hold true to this agreement. With that said, I look forward to never seeing you again, ever. Have a nice day. Sincerely, a very scared human. This is The Spider in My House. You can purchase it on Amazon. You can purchase it on my website, samsdumbface.com. There's several other things. Thank you for enjoying it. There's several other poems in the back that I also added because I think they fit this little theme.
This poem is called Thinking Nothing. It's pretty tough to think about nothing. Go ahead, try it. See, even now you're thinking about thinking nothing, which is something, reading this in whatever voice you think works. Maybe like a little girl or a big scary monster. Go back and try the whole thing again, but this time, try it like a monster. I'll wait. It's pretty tough to think about nothing. Try it. See, even now you're thinking about thinking nothing, which is something. Reading this in whatever voice you think works. Like a little girl or a big scary monster. Go back and try this whole thing again. But this time, try it like a little girl. I'll wait. It's pretty tough to think about thinking nothing. Go ahead and try it. See, even now you're thinking about thinking nothing, which is something. Reading this in whatever voice you think works. Like a little girl or a big scary monster. Go back and try this whole thing again, but this time, try it like yourself. I'll wait. It's wild, right? So yes, this book exists. Additionally, if you have any children between the ages of 12 to 17, or you yourself, an adult, would like to take classes, we are opening up registration for our fall classes for Second Renaissance Arts. That includes, but is not limited to, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, stand-up comedy. Additionally, we're offering workshops throughout the summer for both teens and adults, focusing on things such as academic writing, persuasive writing and speaking. We're offering workshops on poetry, creative writing, and an understanding of the collegiate writing experience. Additionally, we are going to be doing open mics both virtually and in person throughout the summer, as well as many other wild programs. And I really hope that you take the time to join us. It would mean the world to me. I have no idea how much time I have left. I should have set a timer or something. Can one of the magic people in the background let me know so that I know what I'm doing with my life? Or not. That's fine. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure. Perfect. That actually makes my life a lot easier. Thank you, Alec. So additionally, what I would love to quickly acknowledge is, if you would like to join us in any of our projects, it's at secondrenarts.com. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we're on Facebook, we're on all the things. Give us a like, give us a follow. We will let you know all the events coming up. And we will enjoy having you at all of our programs. Please apply if you would like to be our featured artist of the month. Our artist of the month, our previous one, was the amazing Alec Pangea of One True Promotion. We meet, we chat through podcast. We do an interview about you, your work, and your life. Our artist of the month for July is an amazing poet named Mariah Icecu. And she's going to be phenomenal, and you should definitely tune in to that. And we want to highlight as many artists as possible. So please follow us along. This next poem is a callback poem, and it's the worst thing I think I've ever written. And I'm very proud of it. This poem, if anyone, you can respond in the chat, you can respond wherever, but what do you think about lightning? You think it's pretty? Because personally, I find it striking. But terrible joke. Don't accept that. Don't accept that as your art. Okay. So I am going to do a more serious one, I think, because I can. I'm glad you enjoyed it. So this poem, I accidentally wrote a play that we're working on producing called The Space Between. And this is a short poem from one of the characters. I do know love. I've met her in a bar on a Tuesday afternoon in a town where there was little left to do. I met him on a weekend trip to Asbury Park, a day in a spa in Cancun, a moment or two. I know love. I've seen them in 30 small faces, hoping that there was something more that I knew. I do know love. I know I do. It's like I said, thank you. Let me find one of the sillier ones. Okay. Let's do this one. By the way, if you like my comedy, please subscribe to my Instagram or my YouTube channel, samsdumbface.com. We make weird comedy videos. We put out a whole series of fake commercials. You know, why not? This poem, I'm not going to tell you what this poem's about. That's just what I'm not going to do. Make a flower out of chocolate or a hero from some ash. Make something out of nothing because nothing always lasts. Let's make a rainbow into a statement and make that statement a brand for a month. And then make that feeling feel empty, like feel like a ghost you could never touch. Let's make everything into a symbol or just a shot of green tea and make that symbol mean little so that nothing affects anything. And I think because it wouldn't be a normal day in my life if I didn't perform this poem. Alec knows this. I don't know if everyone else knows this. I achieved my childhood dream of Thank you, but no, that's just the name of the website and the brand. The brand is Sam's Dumb Face, I swear. I am adorable. But I achieved my dream in 2019 of publishing my first book. And then in 2020, I achieved a second dream, which I wasn't expecting to achieve. I was not only rejected, but I was banned from submitting work to a literary magazine, which is a dream of mine because you always want to be that very serious person who submits something so controversial that you can get banned. And the literary magazine is a real magazine. I'm not going to say their name because it's in the piece. But on their website, they had all this stuff about what they accept and what they don't accept. And in the what they don't accept in big, bold letters, they said that the Weasel Press is not a furry publication in bold letters. And if you have to put that statement out there, that means something happened where you no longer accept furry publication or something happened that led to this statement. You don't just say that without there being a backstory. So I asked them what the backstory was. No one ever responded to me. Please and thank you. Send me the information. I got you. So they didn't respond. So I sent them a letter as to what I think happened. So this poem is called The Angry Weasel Press. Good news! The Angry Weasel Press is once again accepting submissions for our annual literary magazine, Friends of the Forest. Unfortunately, after last year's fiasco, the editing team here would like to inform all potential submitters that the Angry Weasel Press is not a furry publication. We would like to apologize to the members of the furry community internationally. However, after the confusion last year regarding our journal's name, we were inundated with furry art and literature. Like a lot of just so much. See, we here at the Angry Weasel Press respect the furry community and believe that all are valid and all art is important. But we're just not comfortable with the amount of graphic and intensely sexual material we received last year during our submission season. Like it was just too much. It was so much. We did not need 237 paintings of Fox McCloud and Donkey Kong T-boning Pikachu. And as such, it is vital for our editing team to plainly state this. The Angry Weasel Press is not, nor have we ever been, a furry publication. Thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to reading your submissions to our annual publication, Friends of the Forest. Sincerely, the publishing team here at the Angry Weasel Press. Normally, when you submit to a literary magazine, if you get rejected, you get a very broad, we here at blank read so many things. I received none of that. Instead, I got, please do not submit here again. And nothing else. And that is a level of dream. Thank you. I do too. Although Ultimate is good, I will say that. So I'm going to end with the last poem in my book. It's called Leave the Light On. It is a poem that I wrote for my mother. Once again, my name is Sam Rubenstein. You can see it down below as it scrolls past. And Samuel L. Rubenstein, writer, poet, comedian, CEO of Second Renaissance Art at secondrenarts.com/@secondrenarts. And Samuel L. Rubenstein. Please follow me. Please be my friend. I'm delightful, I swear. With that said, this is Leave the Light On. Please leave the light on. After the sun has disappeared from the sky and the streetlights have all gone out. After the dinners were cooked and eaten and cleaned up. When everyone's favorite shows have ended and all of the kids were tucked in and dreaming. After the dogs were walked and the games were all over, and after every person out there has called it a night, please leave the light on, because I promise I'm coming home. Thank you very much. This is To the Spider in My House. It's online at samsdumbface.com. Sign up for any of our programming at secondrenarts.com. We've got a lot of amazing stuff planned. Please join us. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm very approachable and kind, I think. Is there anything else that I need to say?
You are good, my friend. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
It was thank Kim. We're just the facilitators.
Thank you, Kim. You're amazing.
There you go. There you go. You have a good day, Sam.
You too.
And next up, we will be having on Tyra S. Gardner, everybody. Stay tuned. Welcome. How are you?
How are you?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today. Take it away.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. And I want to thank Kim and Alec. Thank y'all so much for having me today. Come on and speak with all of you about my book. And so my book is called Maintaining Good Mental Health. And so what my book is a mental health workbook. But before I get into the book, let me give you a little information about myself. My name is Tyra S. Gardner. I am a psychotherapist. I'm a nationally certified anger management specialist, and I'm also an author. And so I developed this book, Maintaining Good Mental Health, because I felt that there was a need for a mental health resource for individuals who might be in a struggle, might be wanting to seek out mental health care, but not sure. someone who is wanting to be able to accept changes, make choices, and maintain control of the things that's going on within their life. Maintaining good mental health is a workbook and is a good resource to educate readers about the importance of mental health and understanding how our minds are essential to living a happy and healthy life. Maintaining good mental health is not simply the absence of diagnosable mental health problems, although good mental health is likely to help protect against development of many such problems. Good mental health is characterized by a person's ability to fulfill a number of key functions and activities, including the ability to learn, the ability to feel free and express themselves, manage positive as well as negative emotions, the ability to maintain good relationship with others. Now that we know that is totally important. In addition to the ability to cope with and manage change and uncertainty within our lives. Mental health right now is definitely something that is, a key role in everyone's life. And a lot of people try to say, oh, I don't have mental health. Everybody has mental health. We all have a touch of, everyone has pretty much a touch of something. It's just that we don't want to own up to what may be happening, or we might be unaware of some of the issues that we may be experiencing. So within my Maintaining Good Mental Health workbook, what we do is we discuss some of the challenges that people may be experiencing. We actually explain what is mental health, because a lot of people don't know what mental health is. And so we provide a thorough definition of what mental health is. We also provide activities for people to be able to reflect on things that they are struggling with in their life, whether it's a personal issue or a professional issue. We also talk about who is affected by mental health, because mental health can affect everyone, and it's not a terrible thing. Everyone needs help for something, and we all have challenges, especially this day and time with a lot of the things that have been happening during this past year. What does mental health look like? Being able to identify what mental health looks like for you, because what's going on with you might not be going on with someone else, but we want to make sure that you are aware of how to handle life's challenges and know what mental health looks like for you. Okay. My chapter 3 is about anger, stress, and anxiety. I am a nationally certified anger management specialist, and so I speak about anger all day, with my clients, with trainings. And number one, we need to be able to maintain control of that particular emotion. A lot of people also say, with mental health, they say, I don't have anger, I'm not angry, but there's always something that will cause us some kind of discomfort that may upset us to a point where we feel like, we might lose control, so to speak, and so in this book, we provide anger management and stress management tips, because where there's anger, here comes stress. They go hand in hand. This book, we want people to be able to take their mental health and their physical health as the same, because at the end of the day, they both work hand in hand. We provide information on why your mental health is important, as well as why your physical health is important, emotional health, and social health. We want you to know that everything there is in life is connected. Everything from our head, from the top of our head to the bottom of our feet, everything is connected. And this book helps you to understand how all of this is working. Now, we also have a wellness wheel, because the goal of our wellness wheel is to promote balance. In life, we have to be balanced when it comes to pretty much every aspect of our life for us to feel whole, happy, and healthy. Our spiritual wellness needs to be aligned, our emotional, environmental, financial, intellectual, occupational, physical, and social. All of our wellnesses need to be aligned within our mind, body, and spirit for us to be healthy, happy, and whole. And so this is definitely something, I consider my book a very good resource to help with that. I also have a record journal that I also have in the book also. And the record journal is basically We need to know times, when we are during the day, how do we feel throughout the day? Whether we're happy, whether we're worried, just looking at how your day is from the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to bed at night, just to see the range of emotions that you are experiencing throughout the day, and being able to identify what is going on during that time of the day, so that you can know what needs to be changed, so that you can work on that, make the changes so that you can feel more productive throughout your day. Because the last thing we want is for anybody to not feel productive or feel less than adequate. When should I get help? Being able to identify when you should get help. Getting help can, going to a therapist, speaking with one of your pastor or someone, or even talking to your primary physician. As long as you get the help that you need, that is, definitely important. But you also should know what symptoms you're experiencing. Sometimes when people are experiencing some issues, some of the things that they have are, they might be experiencing confusion. They may be withdrawn from different social activities that they're normally like enthusiastic about, having a loss of passion or daily life, missing appointments, not showing up when at times that you're supposed to show up, not being able to focus. Sometimes we get ourselves so consumed with so many different things that we lose sight of what is important and have difficulty trying to focus. And when that occurs, we start making sometimes irrational decisions. We don't want you to feel that that you're not that you can't make the correct decision. We want you to be able to speak with us, go through this book, and use this as a tool and a guide to help you with being able to establish your good mental health. Okay. Also in this book now, being able to know who to turn to, because sometimes we turn to our friends and family, and turning to our friends and family is not always the answer. Friends and family, when we are having somewhat of a crisis, will give you what you want to hear, not what you should hear. We don't want that. We want open and honest help. We want someone to be able to feel comfortable enough to talk to us about what we're going through, and be able to help us and provide us with tools so that we can, tools and coping skills and tips so that we can, be our true, authentic selves. This is the goal, to be our true, authentic self, to be happy and whole. It's nothing like being able to wake up in the morning and feeling a sense of peace, no stress, no worries, just waking up and just feeling okay with nature, and just being one with yourself. That's like one of the most important feelings in the world. And we want everyone to be able to have that experience. In my book, I also provide recommended apps, because there are apps out there for people to use to help them. There's Talkspace, which is they will connect you directly to a therapist. We also have the app Headspace, which is good for guided meditations to reduce your stress and help increase your ability to focus. And we also have the Calm app. And now what the Calm app does is they have a lot of breathing techniques on there that can help people with anxiety and promote relaxation. And we also have in this book a list of numbers, so that, because we know that sometimes it's hard to just connect to a resource, just like when you're having a crisis, it's hard to just run and jump to the phone, and we really don't know who to call. And sometimes we might not be able to go online right then at the moment, and we want to reach out to someone ASAP. So we also have a resource guide that will help you with knowing who to contact for what situation you may be experiencing. Okay. Not saying that the other lines won't help. The other lines can be a help, but we want to make sure that you're getting the total help that you need for the situation that might be plaguing you. And also knowing what precautions you can take to maintain your good mental health. I'm going to name off a few. Some of the 10 precautions that we have that maintaining good mental wellness is self-care. You know, I like to advocate for self-care Saturdays and self-care Sundays, and making sure everybody knows to take your self-care seriously. You know, this is important to your mental, your physical, and your emotional and spiritual well-being. That includes being able to journal. I know a few of the authors that were on this morning and that will be coming up this afternoon have journals. Make sure you reach out to those authors. Make sure you purchase those journals, because they will help you with releasing all of the information, you know, things that might be plaguing you, and to help you with making positive choices. Number 2, maintaining a routine schedule. Having a routine schedule always helps. You know, making sure that you go to your doctor's visits regularly and do your checkups. That also is a form of good mental wellness. Making sure you get adequate amounts of sleep, and maintaining a nutritious and healthy and balanced diet. That helps also, in addition to physical activity. We want to make sure you all, you know, get your physical activity on, get your exercise on, being able to, you know, do that, and drink plenty of water. You definitely have to stay hydrated. I know it's summertime. We're officially in the summer months. It's so easy to keep forward and doing everything that we do and lose sight of drinking, having our hydration. But we want to make sure that we, you know, keep hydrated, especially during these times. And another thing I'm going to add to that is being able to take a social media break. I know a lot of us is on social media promoting businesses and doing a number of things on social media, but being able to take that time and taking that break from time to time, because at the end of the day, whatever's going on social media is going to still be going on, you know? So being able to disconnect, that helps with maintaining good mental health. I want to thank Kim again for having me on her platform. I want to thank all of you. Please follow me. I'm on Instagram as Anger Dr. Tyra on Instagram. My website is located below, tyrasgardner.com. And please go out and get Maintaining Good Mental Health. Is available in a hardback in addition to an e-copy. So thank you very much for having me.
Tyra, thank you so much for being here. I cannot wait to pick up your book. It sounds absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you so much, Alec. You've been working hard today.
Well, it's our pleasure. Thank you to Kim for hosting all of us.
Yes, Kim, thank you so much. Truly a blessing to both of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tyra. Have a nice day.
Have a good day. Take care.
And next we will be bringing on Lucretia. If Lucretia is ready to go, she will be our next guest. Stand by. Stand And we are on with Livacious Lou. How are you today?
I'm very well, Alec. How are you doing? Because you've been busy.
Oh, it's a great, great stream, isn't it? Take it away.
Yes, it is. It is. Well, thank you so much. Greetings, everyone. It's morning for me because I'm here in California on the West Coast. So whatever time zone you're in, greetings, and I thank you for joining us. I'm Lucretia Clark, also known as Livacious Lou, and I am a creative lifestyle strategist. So you're probably wondering, okay, so what's that got to do with anything today? I am a lifestyle strategist who helps Black and brown women executives to get rid of those trifling things and stifling souls so that you can have the freedom to be the individual that you were deemed to be authentically, and so that you can live your best life. So I am a victim. Yes, a victim of corporate America. It served me well for the time that I was there. But while there, I realized that there was a void, and I needed to put that void in my experiences in writing. So I did publish my first book. And I say my first book because I do plan to publish additional books. The title of my first book, if you can see it here, is A Vibrant Mess: Your Life, Your Palette, and Your Masterpiece. So in addition to being a published author, I am also a certified wellness lifestyle strategist. I'm also an award-winning artist. And I want to thank Kim for introducing me to her group, where I had the opportunity to first meet her and to participate in her Arts and Authors Extravaganza when I was still living in the Philadelphia area. So Kim, thank you so much, my sister, for all that you do. As I was saying, I wrote the book, A Vibrant Mess, and it is specifically for the Black and brown woman executive. I have 5 chapters in the book, which will help you introduce you to the tools that you would need to start living your best life. The 5 chapters are the spirit, and I talk about creating your reality through faith. Chapter 2 is about your mind, and that it comes to how I explain how to come to terms with your true self. Chapter 3 is about your body and your beautiful skin and how it's only really skin deep. Chapter 4 is about relationships, both personal and career-wise. And chapter 5 is about your career and how you can strengthen your work ethic, burnout remedies that you can apply, and also tips on how to get unstuck from that unrewarding career. So let me just be frank here a little minute. For those of you who are Black or brown women executives, and also to our allies, aren't you sick and tired of being sick and tired? And are you ready to let go of those paralyzing beliefs and behaviors that keep you from fulfilling the life you dreamed of? I understand. See, I lived it, and it can be detrimental to our health. It can cause stress. And of course, it shortens our lifespan, and it also robs us of our authenticity and what we have to offer to our families, our communities, and to our global community. And you know, in corporate America, you volunteer your time and expertise for all the right committees, but still you feel underappreciated. You're feeling like your seat at the boardroom table is a placeholder that checks the box on your company's EEOC requirements. The real truth is that you need your lucrative salary from your boring and stressful job to pay the bills, even though you dread going into the office every day. And you let other people's idea of a good job determine your career choices, and you're stressed the you know what out because everybody's got an opinion. How do I know? Because girl, I've been there, done that, and then some. So I'm trying to bring home a nice piece of change. That's what I did. I had a lucrative career, bring home the nice salary so that I could afford the amenities and just the basic needs for my daughter as a single parent. I tried faking the funk while appeasing others just so I could be accepted and included. And every day when I looked into the mirror, I noticed the real me was fading away. And every day as I was fading away, I said, I have got to do something. So when I left corporate America, after 37 and a half years of a very successful career in HR and diversity, awareness, and inclusion, I wrote A Vibrant Mess. I had to write this for my fellow, my sisters, my Black and brown sisters. And that's why I wrote the book and why I started working to help other Black women live their best life. I firmly believe, and this is part of my mission statement for my overall corporation, Jamiri Enterprises, LLC. I firmly believe that you have the undeniable right to discover, you have the right to embrace and fully express your unique talents, skills, and vibrant personality without judgment, without retaliation, without marginalization by others. But it's up to you to take action. So you'll become overworked and stressed out and your health will deteriorate. Those are some of the things that you're probably feeling. And I address some of those feelings and resources that you can take part in my book, A Vibrant Life. Beyond the book, I also create vibrant artwork that is colorific, texturelicious, and soulful. It's culturally and ethnically vibrant for all of the Black and brown women in our communities. So you don't want to become overworked, stressed out, and let your health deteriorate. And you'll regret not having the courage to make changes. You'll resent others and wrongfully place blame on them, causing your professional and personal relationships to suffer. You don't want to do that. So I'm urging individuals, particularly the women of Black and brown colors, to please pick up A Vibrant Mess. It is all the tools you need to get started for your life, your palette, and your masterpiece. Now, when I speak of your palette, you're probably wondering, well, what the heck does that mean? As an artist, I equate a lot of what I do with the tools and my expertise as an award-winning artist. And it is my belief that each of us is born with a unique life palette. And if you remember the days in school where you're taught about the basic primary colors, you have 3 basic primary colors. And in my world, when I am coaching one-on-one or with group individuals, I reference throughout my teachings the life palette. So the life palette is used to unify so that each of you is empowered and you are equipped to live authentically and vibrantly while reaching your full potential. The 10 life areas are spirituality, mind, body, career, your self-identity, your finances, your relationships, physical activity, because I don't like the word exercise, and then cultural awareness and home environment. Those are the 10 life areas that need to be fully empowered, need to be fully vibrant so that you are equipped with all the resources you need to live your authentic, vibrant, and best life. So for those of you who are interested, please, I ask you to support myself and all the other authors. And with doing so, I'd like to provide you with ways to connect with me. And that would be through my website, livaciouslu.com, LIVACIOUS.LU, as well as I can be found on Instagram, Livacious Lou. And I'm also on Facebook, where I have a private Facebook group specifically for vibrant Black women who are aspiring or who have already reached that level of vibrancy in their life, so that we can support each other and provide that needed community support. So with that, I thank you all, and I will continue to support all of you. And I want to thank again Kim, her staff, and Alec and his staff for all that you do for us authors and artists. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Lucretia, for being here. Thank you so much. We loved that.
You're welcome, Alec. Thank you.
Thank you. You have a lovely day.
Thank you. You too.
We are actually 5 minutes ahead of the game, so we are going to play a quick promo video while our next guest gets ready. Stand by for that. These are a couple of promos that you will see over at One True Promotion on some of our other shows. This is the introduction for Drop a Line, a live stream chat show for authors and artists, which all of the guests today are welcome to attend. I am the host, and you get a 45-minute interview. This is a little bit about Drop a Line. That is Drop a Line. You can join that anytime. The show goes all year long. It is Thursdays at 9 p.m. EST right here on Streamyard and also over on Instagram. If you are a guest at Arts and Authors today, Drop a Line is the show for you. We would love to hear about your book. We would love to hear your story. Please do join us for Drop a Line. You can get your interview just by messaging me. How about you, Andrew?
Yeah, and another one of the services we offer here at One True Promotion is a podcast called Talk is Bass, which is just currently running into its second season. We will be beginning shortly with looking at guests. So if you guys are interested in this, here's a brief promo for that.
Wow, I cannot wait for my next interview on Talk is Bass. Any more to say about that?
Just Talk is Bass is a good way for you guys to garner some support from different areas around the country. Talk is Bass is actually viewed from different countries overseas, Canada, Kazakhstan, pretty much everywhere. One True Promotion features Talk is Bass, and Talk is Bass streams on a platform that features all platforms, any type of platform you can think of for podcasting, through the Anchor app, which is a really awesome and reliable tool. So if you guys want to come on for a live chat show, you got Alec Pangia's Drop a Line. If you guys prefer to stay behind the scenes like I do and stay off the screen, you guys can always pop on for an interview here at Talk is Bass.
If you got a lot of time on your hands and you want to do both for all the publicity, you can join us on both our shows because, hey, we love to have guests on both of our shows. So thank you so much, Andrew. And next, we are going to bring on the next guest of Arts and Authors. Our next guest is Odetta Frazier. Here she is. And here's Odetta. How are you today?
I'm doing great, Alec. How are you doing?
Great, great, great. Glad to see you here. Take it away.
Thank you so much. And I love the intro and everything you guys have done so far. Hi, everyone. Welcome to me and my books. In my little nook here, out here in Brooklyn. It's a pleasure to be here as always. I first was introduced to Kim and the team in 2019, I think it was, with my first book called Ode to America. This was published in 2019. It's poetry, and it's a catch-all poetry book. It's written in poetic form, but it's also written like a book, and it's really my voice, just me saying what I see and how I feel in a country that was both home and foreign as well at the same time. So that's Ode to America. I actually published that book in 2019 under a publisher that I no longer have a relationship with. And so I decided to republish my book as a new edition. So it's still Ode to America. It's a second edition. It has a different cover. And there are also some edits as well in the book, just to make it more clear, I thought. And if you guys give me a chance, I'll read the first chapter for you just a little bit later on. But before we get about that, I'm really excited to talk about my next book. It's children's poetry, and it's called Olympic Sun. And it's actually going to be released on the 1st of July on Amazon, and on the 23rd of July on Barnes & Noble, because I wrote it in conjunction with the 2020 Olympics, something that I've always loved and admired to watch and be a part of. And it just felt like a good idea to write a children's book on the issue. I thought it was a great way to introduce children to the sport, as well as to the variety of sport that it offers, and just, to me, the magnificent wonder that the Olympics are. And I also wanted it to serve another purpose, which is an educational standpoint. So I do try and use words that I think that are big words for kids, but definitely words that they will grow into and use. So I hope if anyone have a look at it, that they're not turned away by the fact that it has words that I think it's really cute for kids to say big words, first of all. So, but I did get some feedback that someone thought that my words were a little bit too big, but I actually stand by them. And I hope that others will see the benefit in teaching children early, because I have a background in psychology. I have a master's degree in forensic psychology. And so I know the value and importance of reaching kids when they're young and teaching them the right way and things the way you want them to do it from very early. And it really saves a whole lot of trouble sometimes for everyone involved. So that's my second project, Olympic Sun. Keep an eye out for it. And my third project, I don't have a copy with me. It's called Lover's Lane. And if I could share my screen with you, I probably will try and figure that out for a second. But this one it's fantasy romance. It's already up for pre-sale, and I plan to drop it in actually August. So I hope you guys look forward for that. The story is about I really try to make it as close to humanity as possible, but it's really about love just coming in and solving all of our world's problems. You know, two people who love each other, fighting really hard for the betterment of the country and the world that we live in, is really what the story is based on. It's called Lover's Lane, LOVERS' Lane. And you can find that as well as on Amazon, as well as on Barnes & Noble for pre-order. And so those are my upcoming projects. And that's it. There is another project I'm working on, but let's just give that time to settle and to marinate before we decide to share it with you. So, okay, so thanks for the little help. I will try and share my screen so you guys can see my website.
Do you see the little button at the bottom?
Yes, I do, but I'm wondering which one would it share? Will it share the whole thing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it will. So I'll go away.
Okay. Thank you. I hope you're seeing what I'm seeing, because this is my website. This is Lover's Lane. This is just some art that I have up there that
not quite yet.
Not exactly, because it's not correct.
Yeah.
Well, you're not seeing it?
Not seeing it yet. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay. Hold on.
Yeah, in order to share screen, just go to share and it'll give you two options. It'll give you video file or share screen. You want to
Can I
pop
do
on
it?
to share screen. Oh, and I see it pop up. I can add it to the chat in just a moment.
Okay. Perfect.
And here it is. I'm going to go ahead and take myself off now. And the floor is yours.
Thank you, Andrew. So here we are. We have Lover's Lane. I'm a designer, so I'm the one that designed my cover for Ode to America and for Lover's Lane. And I have to say, I have to work on not tinkering with the art after I think I'm finished with it, because I've changed my cover again for Lover's Lane, but not drastically. But that's something that I have to get better at. And even I guess my artist has the same issue for Olympic Sun, because we also have a new cover. And I can probably, did I update my screen? I didn't update my site. That's why. Okay. So yeah, we do have a new cover. It's a little bit more lively, but it's still the same title. So if you're interested in the book, you just look up for the title. That should guide you for what you're looking for. Okay, so just so we can get going. So Ode to America is my powerhouse. I really because I really spoke about a lot in here. So and it's sometimes difficult for me to even summarize the book, because I think it just captures everything. I talk about racism, restorative justice, politics, capitalism, access to food, relationships with that are personal and private, as well as relationships that are professional, and just how sometimes they can go haywire, and just how we have to sort of traverse these issues sometimes on our tippy toes just to make it to where we want to go. Okay, so let's do it. This is Ode to America by Odetta A. Fraser, Chapter 1. Dear White America, I am angry with you. Not you, precious ones, born from the heart, wounded at every touch of unrighteousness and selfish darts. Not you, tender ones, hard at work, earning and churning, hands to the dark dirt. Bright beacons of light, you work. Hands to the axe, you wax stronger and stronger as you fight the good fight. Morning, noon, night. Nor even you, sweethearts, plunge from the top, angels of love, peace and light. You drop, ready to keep the peace of the top atop of the night. You face the fight with your lamps trimmed and ready, burning pure and bright. It is because of you I shine, precious lights, beaming at mine own, daring me to break the trend of night and don my own perfect, pleasant uniform of peace in perfect form. Just a quick second, guys. How do I get back to my home screen? Because I don't want you guys to. Okay, here we go. Thank you. It is because of you I shine, precious lights, beaming at mine own, daring at me to break the trend of night and don my own perfect, pleasant uniform of peace in perfect form. You lift me up into daylight. No, you do your thing, beauty lights, stars of the dark days and long, long nights. Please, do continue to fight for peace and right. Do set the world aright with your bright emblems of kings and knights and generals with prime pikes. You fly your kites of colors so bright, a flavorful sight for me, guiding me into symmetry. We shan't do it without your fight. Together we must set the world aright. We can do it right. Oh, but it is to you, jolly ones, I with this message fight. We despise your blight, selfish paragons of white supreme beings willing to sneer at my sight, with easy disdain oozing from your eyes, noses, stiff chin bones, and arch poses, beacons of dislike, calling to the children from the midst of the night, far, far away, yet still keeping them at bay, deep in the fight with your distaste for truth and light, peace and right. Your rules, oh, how they trouble me sore. You twist them, tweak them, and fancy yourself doers of more. We make them better, you say, as you nudge the door a little further and even more. Elaborate words you cling to, and oh, how they have such an intellectual ring to them. Clink, clink, cages they become. As you hustle me in, another thing for me to do or undo, depending on whom I talk to. Sinkholes they become, and you, my friend, have earned yourselves another batch of ready, trembling cells from which to draw from. With caution, you siphon their souls into your food bowls with urns, vats, and drums, a melange that make you fat cats but bums, dwelling atop in misery. Your stomach's full, but your mind's queasy. You grin and flap like penguins. Penguins, shuffling to and fro, your cities are bustling, your appetite growing more and more and more. You keep the masses hustling. You've got them doing one step and two. They've created four steps and new steps. They do flips, back flips, and divorces, all to get through to you. Reward them. But you just smile and keep forcing us, remarking on how easy it is to make us wild, all the while still avoiding us. You know you destroy us. Men, women, and children alike, ka-ching. Again, you're cashing in. Cash kings, you drink. No longer buoyant, the bodies are afloat, carried in the current, bogged down together in bunches. A new supply. You're on your haunches, and out come your hoses as you pinch your noses, insert, sigh. They now become your goodwill stories and a guide to your swollen paunches. And again, you switch corners again and again. Is anybody onto this? This is the chorus of the enemies of the uterus. It plays nonstop. Are you listening, you white cocks and condoners of fake democracy, white man knows best and such slop? It is for you I flung the warm confines of a celestial cell to come down and personally deliver this knell. You are undone. You will rot in hell should you not stop. So stop these lies that posit that you are the sole guardians of the skies, of knowledge, understanding, and what belies understanding when it is carried under brown skin. Putting up your barriers steadily to flee the inevitable. You belong to me. I belong to you. We are one. Yes, brothers, you see. We have the same mother, you and me. Yes, you have offended me, and we still continue in conflict, though we pretend to be much more cordial, and it surely is time that we come off of it. Follow me. Come, let's pretend to be. Me, Esau, and Jacob, you are he. My story I will tell. I am not perfect. I'll be the first to tell in any circuit. And how I wish you two would follow. It surely would quell a whole heap of sorrow. I have offended the law, and you are the beneficiary. This is a story much bigger than you or me. An error of kings and venerable beings come down for us to be. A divine struggle. You see, we each play a part. Our deeds determine our prophecy, and theirs their legacy. So now, let's see. The story goes that Esau, made a costly mistake. He gave up that which was rightly his just to fill his belly ache. For a fleeting thing, hunger, he gave up his right to be king. Bummer. Little did he know that such an idle exchange of wit with his brother would lead to his eventual heartache, not to mention the betrayal of his own mother. And thus you are now the first to partake in this great and wonderful cake that we must mix and then bake to take to fill our every ache. I am not sure about this, for this is a story that ends with a kiss. Indeed, it is beyond the story of men. It is one of exaltation and of healing through recompense. Kiss with kindness and mixed with a heavy dose of blindness, simple forgiveness was bestowed, which brings us to this ode. Healing, I say, planted by the extended arm of giving and receiving, the way. Forgiveness, and I say, a natural balm for the stricken, one of the world's most ancient of medicines and one of the earth's deepest natural resources. There is no cause for this here antidote, which is precisely why you refuse its uses, you selfish bloke. My brother, do you not hear the meaning of this? Legacy, so dear to you and to me. Me, the foolish firstborn, you, the crafty beneficiary. You, the trickster, me, the careless giver. You, the receiver of my glorious coat. Yet we can all be one if we continue to peer and arrive at the notion that we can all be very near. But first, here is the seer. You must now humble be. Yes, you must now bow to me. You must allow me the satisfaction to see you, the careful giver, and me, the tender beneficiary. You have to largest me with, say, boxes, boats, coats, flowers, oxen or totes, tickets, love notes, soap and or chicken, maybe something to thicken the slippery ropes that you throw to coax me overboard. Whatever you please. Just offer it and you will see. Your brother curiously wonder at the meaning of all these. As I bid you kiss, my brother, where have you been? Let us be one. Come. There really is no need for these. We are brothers. Remember the past no more. Let us dwell peacefully. There is still so much more for us to do and to see. I am here. You are free to dwell anywhere. Look around. We can do it. See? Remember, it is all up to you and to me. And this I will repeat as often as we need, for indeed we must dwell together peacefully. We are of one seed. So come, bow down to me. Let us dwell peacefully. A kiss, here is one. Do not let greed overtake thee. There is yet enough for everyone. A pen, move over. Do you have one? Lend it to me and put away your guns. Forget me not when you draw up your laws and legislations. I mean, do stop writing us into the bottom of the nation with your bills that you know mean my definite dissociation. Make rich thyself in relieving the unfortunate burden. Foolish thou, dost thou not see? Art thou not aware that a kingdom divided can never be? Is this not why America crumbles and we her incredulous witnesses be? Grappling and stumbling, unable to save ourselves, much less anybody else. Forget the rich, the poor, the terrorists, or some other body, the pop-cultured hordes and the ones with the killer bodies. I know scapegoats are necessary, but move past that distraction. Here is what we lack. Unity. We move to and fro from left to right without ever getting it right. The dawn breaks and then the night, and here we continue our do-si-do, constantly skipping over the simple wisdom of the right. That as unto you, so it is unto me. Thus this rumbling shall never cease until equality her rest takes at ease. Common sense I know is not found commonly, yet I will ask, why equality? Does anybody have an answer for me? Well, hear the story of the little side table. Will you mend its legs, only 3, leaving 1 broken, and still expect it to stand perfectly? Won't it make others fall, those around, things atop, all, and eventually become of no use at all unless you prop it up against the wall, or something else just to make it stand sure and tall? And before long, will you not just cast it out just to settle the pall? So thus, clearly will your country fall if you continue to rightly feed just some of your children and not all. Is this as clear as a crystal ball? All right then, for now, this is all. Sincerely, an angry girl. Thank you for that, guys. I tried my best.
Amazing. That was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us for Arts and Authors Extravaganza.
Thank you, too.
Thank you. Thank you. You have a nice day, Odetta.
Same to you.
We will be right back with our next guest. And here's our guy, Andrew. How's it going?
Hello, everybody.
What do you think of today's event?
I think this is going pretty well so far. I mean, I like all the camaraderie. I like the big production. I like everything about this. Thank you to everybody who has tuned in on behalf of One True Promotion. For those of you who don't know who I am Andrew Bast. I am the COO, the Chief Operating Officer of One True Promotion. And of course, Alec here is our Director of Broadcasting. So he's the face of One True Promotion.
Thank you for everything you've been doing today. I'm going to stop stealing your thunder.
All right. So I guess I am up, and I'm not alone. As you can see, I brought my my esteemed colleague here. His name is Drake. He is the antagonist of the Sanguinary series, which is my debut novel. But before we get to that, I just want to give you guys another brief introduction of myself. I think as of lately, I've been trying to figure out what my branding is outside of the Sanguinary series, because I do write a wide variety of genres. I write some supernatural YA novels. I write some science fiction novels. I have some romance, some medieval fantasy novels. I'm a little bit of a jack of all trades. So I've come up with this as my bio. Let me know what you think. So I am Andrew Best. I am a historian, writer, magic enthusiast. I am a writer and literary agent committing to helping you find its place, helping your story find its place in history. And that's pretty much my motto here. As a chief operating officer of One True Promotion, when Alec and I both branded ourselves together here, my number one goal and my number one concern was how were we going to be able to promote not just ourselves, but the author community. And of course, as a literary agent, my goal is to find events for you to help you achieve your goals. So that is the primary goal. I found out pretty early through helping Alec that I loved finding events and loved going to events and helping authors sort of set up the event, run the event, so that they could just focus on what was more important to them, which was selling their product. Other than that, I guess it's really good on me to actually get to promoting myself as an author. As I hinted at before, I'm the author of the Sanguinary series. First-time author. I published in the middle of the pandemic I published during the middle of the pandemic in June. With all the craziness going on, I sort of had this huge plan where I had a whole bunch of events lined up where all of us were planning to have about 14 events ready to go, which is the highest amount of events that we've been able to find in succession until this year. And of course, as you all know, the world sort of crashed, right? Everything was going on with the pandemic and with social justice concerns. And Sanguinary Song, which is right over here, ended up getting delayed twice because of everything going on in the world and all the events sort of changing. But I was fortunate enough to be able to soldier through with the help of my wonderful, wonderful staff at One True Promotion. And I was able to publish my book. And to this day, I can happily announce that as of this past weekend, I have sold over 400 copies of the Sanguinary Song, and I have a 5-star review on Amazon. So if you guys haven't picked up the Sanguinary series, here's a little blurb for you guys as to what I have here. So Sanguinary Song is a supernatural first in the Sanguinary series of magical YA novels. Once hunted, now the hunter. When evil descends upon the earth, only Christina Vega has the power to save them all. Sanguinary Song is available on Amazon.com. Of course, it is available in both paperback and ebook. The ebook is $3.99. The paperback is $13.99. We are also working on setting up a Patreon down the road. But currently, what I am working on is the second book to the Sanguinary series. I'm about 85% of the way through. And I'm also working on a coupling of short stories, which focuses on the Auto Realm, which is a story about androids who have found themselves becoming sentient and wanting to be perceived as real people in society. So they're fighting for their right to be looked at as more than just a machine and to be recognized as a new population in the United States. And of course, this is all going down after a global pandemic. Oddly weird timing with that story. So the androids have become essential to the world and sort of, everything that's going on. And then lastly, the other project that I'm working on is something a little bit more up my alley. As a historian, as a fantasy nerd, it has been an absolute privilege to be working on a new story, a new novel series featuring a medieval fantasy setting. It's kind of a branch off of the Sanguinary series of sorts, where it consists of a realm of pure darkness and all the creatures that might be seen in said realm. As a magic enthusiast, as a historian and expert in mythology, my books heavily look at magical themes, mythological themes, and I like to get all the supernatural creatures that you might not be typically privy to as well as the supernatural creatures that you all know and love, and give them my own sort of twist to it. So Sanguinary Song is available on Amazon. My good old buddy Drake there is always ready to give you a good scare. So if you're interested in Sanguinary Song, please give us a like and follow here at One True Promotion. If you haven't already, that's actually something I should mention. One True Promotion, who has been hosting this stream, it actually has a YouTube channel and a Twitch. So if you're interested in Twitch or YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you guys are watching on YouTube currently on the One True Promotion feed, please hit that fancy subscribe button. Should be at the top somewhere, either on the left or the right. You know, if you guys are interested in any interviews, whether it's for Drop a Line or for Talk is Best, or even just for help with promotion, and or if you're interested in finding a literary agent, somebody to sort of take some of the difficult tasks off your hands and make things a little easier, we are here for you, and we are here to support you. So with that said, I will yield the rest of my time and turn it over to Alec.
Awesome, my friend. Great demonstration. And I just want to say you are the backbone of One True Promotion, and we are so fortunate to have you with us. So fortunate to have you with us. Thank you, Andrew.
And thank you, Brielle. I'm actually going to be sending you an email like within the next few seconds on Messenger. I got something I need to talk to you about.
Wonderful. We would like to both, since we are the hosts, the co-hosts here, we would like to thank you. Thank you, One True Promotion. We would like to thank you, Arts and Authors Extravaganza. We would like to thank you, and we would like to thank you, Kelly, for working with us both today, for having us both here, for adding us to the lineup, for allowing us to co-host the event. We are so blessed to know you and to have you as partners. And everybody, you should all attend the Arts and Authors Extravaganza. The prices are great. The promotion is astounding. The people are absolutely delightful. And the virtual streams are super fun. We're having fun. Andrew, you having fun?
Oh, I'm having a blast.
That's good. How about you in the audience? Is the audience having fun? Let us know in the comment section if you're having fun. If you were a guest earlier, are you still watching the show? Let us know. Moments from now, we will be bringing on Anita. We'll be bringing on Anita at 1:30. We have a minute or two to go. Is everybody having a good time? Let us know in the comment section. What's going on? What's going on out there?
It's been excellent participation as of late from what I've seen, and the viewing count has been nice and high and steady. So I'm definitely pleased with how the show is going. I know good old Drake there is happy and pleased because there is no carnage. So as long as there's no carnage, we know that he's pleased.
We got to keep Drake happy. If Drake isn't happy, none of us are happy. See that little bloody mouth over there? That was the last person who made Drake unhappy. It's not good stuff. It's not good at all. All right. Well, I think our next guest is about ready. So with your leave, Andrew, I will go ahead and introduce our next guest. Our next guest is coming on now. Please welcome Anita. And here she is. How are you today?
I am absolutely marvelous.
Oh, we love hearing that. Take it away.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. I am Anita Jeter Peterkin. I am an author, inspirational speaker, and now I can add gallerist to my name. Gallerist is someone who owns an art gallery. So I am a Jackie of all trades. I have so many things going on in my life that has to do with art. I am a speaker, as I said. I love writing poetry, short stories, and I love art. Let me tell you just a little bit about what I'm going to speak about today. Today, I just want to share that, I am, sorry, something came up on my screen, but I'm excited to say that I am working on some book projects. But right now, I have published Moment of Thoughts, which is a collection of poetry, and my book, Wrapped in Pink. This is a story of me surviving breast cancer, but it's told in poetic form because I'm more of a poet than I am of a novelist. And so, but today I wanted to share some things with you about my writing and about my poetry. I wanted to actually share one of the poems with you all, one of my favorite poems, and it is titled Society Proved Wrong, because I made some not so wise decisions at a very early age. And but I came back by the grace of God, and I did what was expected of me, and that was to be a productive citizen, a good mother, a good daughter, and a good friend to people that are in my life. So I wanted to share this poem, and I hope I can get this right. And I hope you all can hear me. I am sitting in my friend's backyard. It is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful out here. It's nice and hot and warm. All right. So this poem is titled Society Proved Wrong. I was expected by society to become statistic number 3. Instead, I proved to myself what I could truly be. I was just a child, so innocent, bringing children into this crazy world, a beautiful bouncing baby boy and 2 gorgeous little girls. Society proved wrong. You see, statistic number 3 was to be a menace to society while using drugs and doing booze and being tested by sobriety, dropping out of school and hanging out, dismissing my education, supposedly putting myself and my children in a horrible situation, not wanting to work and earn an honest, decent living, but standing in the welfare line to see what they were giving. Living in the projects was my destination of equal housing. Luxurious homes and beautiful estates were only for my browsing. Society proved wrong. You see, society said to me, young woman, you are doomed. You've made some real bad choices. Now, society, what do you think would have happened to me if I had listened to your voices? I refused over and over again to be labeled statistic number 3 and demanded society look into my eyes and see inside of me. I decided long ago to take control of my precious life. And for years, I've been a super mom. And yes, I was a wife. Because of the choices that I made earlier in my years, my life is filled with happiness, joy, and gentle cheers. Society proved wrong. You see, drinking booze and using drugs was just not my type of thing. I decided to enjoy the richness of life and see what it would bring. I finished school and I'm now working on my doctorate degree. Now, society, why don't you take a look and tell me what you see? I've been working for many years and I earn an honest living. Now, society, what you were offering, was it really worth the giving? Society proved wrong. Society, you are wrong to stereotype any particular person. And now I hope when you look at me, you have truly learned your lesson. Those 3 little children are all grown up and some have even attended college. They're all productive citizens and they're all equipped with knowledge. Society said to me, young woman, you are doomed. You've made some real bad choices. Now, society, what do you think would have happened to me if I had listened to your voices? Society proved wrong. So that was a poem out of my book, A Moment of Thought. I actually wrote this book years ago, and then I went back and revised it last year, right in the smack middle of COVID-19. And I added something to the back, which was my I Am collection, some quotes and different inspirational pieces. And wrapped in pink. This is so dear to me because it allows me to tell my testimony of how God has brought me through, where doctors gave me 1 year to live 36 years ago when I was 22 years old. They gave me 1 year to live because I was diagnosed with breast cancer going into stage 4. So I get to share my testimony in a poetic way. And I thank God for choosing me. Now I do. I didn't always feel this way, but now I thank God for choosing me to share my story, choosing me to be the person to deliver the hope and happiness that comes with having faith and believing that God still create miracles today as he did in the Bible days. So I started an organization wrapped in pink, breast cancer awareness organization, and twice a year I honor survivors with the help of a lot of people out there like you that donate, and we give them gifts, send them out for spa days, dinners, lunches, just different things that they can do to live and strive through being a breast cancer survivor, just going beyond being a breast cancer survivor. Now, also, that's with my poetry. So I like to write poetry. I like to write about life, write about real things. Sometimes I like to even write about fantasy, but I love writing. But last year, right in the middle of COVID, my daughter encouraged me, my daughter Latoya Hicks, she encouraged me to get into painting. And here you can see some of the paintings in the background, acrylic art. And I've always loved art. I used to draw a lot and I used to paint, but I hadn't done it in years. But when my daughter encouraged me to do that so that I could do some things for my breast cancer awareness organization, I started and I became addicted to art, to painting. So for 30 days, I painted every single morning and every single night that I came home from work. And then as I was doing it, my good friend, Dennis Tariq Rashid, said to me, you know what, you are pouring your internal instinct onto the canvas. And I was like, you know what, I think I would like to start a business. And he was like, that could be the name of your business, Internal Instincts. And I was like, well, wait a minute, let me put a little creation on the end of it. So I founded Internal Instinct Creations last year in the smack middle of COVID-19, when COVID was trying to take us all out, keep us all boarded up in the home, having us fearful for doing almost anything. I started a business. I have an online art gallery, and the website is internal.instincts.creations. So if you go there, internal.instincts.creations.com, you can check out a lot of my work. You can check out my books. You can also check out my Wrapped in Pink Breast Cancer Awareness Organization. I've been working on a project because I like bringing hope. I like bringing hope to people that are, about to lose it. People that have been hit with curveballs, maybe one curveball, two curveballs, three. But I want to share my life because I've gone through a lot in my life. And I thank God that I have the ability and the capability to share my story with others, to bring them hope, to uplift them when they feel like they can't go on. I lost my mom, I lost a child, I lost a job before, a marriage, so many different things that can take us down, and some of those things that can take us out of the game. And because God allowed me to be strong, brave, and courageous, and to use art to heal, I am now able to bring this to others. So one of the projects that I'm working on right now is my I Am collection. I have a book that it's already done. I just didn't get them in time for today and for my birthday countdown. Yeah, yesterday was my birthday. June 26th was my birthday. I did a 26-day birthday countdown, and that was one of my countdown things that I was going to share, but I didn't get my books in time. But I'm working on this project where it is my I Am collection. I have I Am, and if you can see this, my camera's kind of backwards. Okay. So I have pillows, and these I Am collections, they come in pillows, coasters, canvas art. If you can see that. I am dreams come true. I have all a big assortment of these canvases. I have a big assortment of the pillows, and along with them, because I do coasters, I have coasters. If you can see that. I Am. Well, my camera's kind of funny, so I don't know how this works. So the I Am coasters. Because I feel like when people use affirmations, it's not just to use an affirmation. You have to believe in that affirmation. You can say, I am beautiful all day long, but if you don't believe it, you're not. You can say, I am courageous all day long, but if you don't believe it, you're not. You can say, I am empowered all day long, but if you don't believe it, you're not. So with my I Am collection, I give people the opportunity to post their coasters, to use their coasters, to use their pillows, to use their canvases and hang around their home and remind them how beautiful they are, how confident they can be, how empowered they can be if only they believe. See, because it all starts with believing in yourself. It all starts with loving yourself. Because if you don't have any of that, it's hard. It's hard to do the things that you want to say just through an affirmation. You have to believe. So I thank you all for, I want to thank Kim. Kim is a good friend of mine. I want to thank her for inviting me to be a guest today. This is amazing because it gives me another platform for people that I may have never met before. But you can follow me. If you're new with me, you can follow me or join me. I like to say join me, not follow me, because I'm a leader, but I like to lead from the side. I like my people to be with me. So you can join me on Facebook at Anita Jeter Peterkin and also Instagram, Anita Jeter. I just want to thank the gentlemen in the background, the gentlemen and the women in the background that's working on the technology. You guys are doing an awesome job. I thank Kim for opening up a platform for us entrepreneurs, us artists, writers, speakers, poets, and giving us an opportunity to reach people that we may have never met before in our life. I thank you all. I thank you all for tuning in, my family, my friends. I thank everyone that has supported my organization, Wrapped in Pink, the Breast Cancer Awareness Organization. I thank everyone that has supported my business, Internal Instinct Creations. Don't forget to go and visit my website, internal.instincts.creations.com. And you can see everything that I do, everything there. God allowed me to figure out how to put all this under one umbrella, and I did so. So thank you all. Hey, I'm within my time frame. How about that?
You are. Good job. Great job. Thank you. Thank you. Wonderful to have you. Wonderful to have you. And I will definitely be checking out your website. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. You have God bless, Anita. You have a wonderful day. Stay tuned, everybody, for our next guest. And we are live with Jasmine. How are you today?
Hi, I'm doing quite well. How are you, Alec?
Wonderful. Thank you for being here. Take it away.
Thank you for having me. This is probably the most muted version of myself you'll ever see as the Red Lipstick Vixen, but my daughter doesn't feel too well, and I just decided to film at home so I could best take care of her. So if you hear that gorgeousness in the background, that's my heir, my legacy, Ariani Sherelle. Okay. Now, I'm a star right now, so welcome. I am Jasmine Monique, the Red Lipstick Vixen. That name is very precious to me because simply it means red, the color of love, passion, war, beauty, makeup, so many things red can stand for. And I just loved it. I was like, I want everyone to understand how passionate I am about my work and what I'll be discussing. Lipstick, I want your lips stuck to everything that I do. I want to be the topic that you talk about in the morning. I want my causes to be the things you go to bed at night thinking about how you can make a difference in. And Vixen, contrary to popular belief, that is not a term of attraction or sensuality or seduction. A vixen is a quarrelsome woman, and I am willing to quarrel to the end to fight generational curses, white supremacy, racism in all of its many shapes and forms, any hate whatsoever. And I don't only discuss that as a figment of the imagination or as something that we just think is happening. I like to really get to the bottom of the reality of it is happening and why that is. I am a podcaster currently in production of 2 podcasts. The first one is going to be The Green Tea with Lady Ray. That's interesting because in the green tea, we're going to be discussing the tea, but it must be green because if you don't have money, what are you really talking about? And I want to take it up from just the regular gossips or debate shows. I kind of want a combination of accuracy, like we really do research on the money that we're talking about. B, if we do discuss celebrities, it'll be limited to how we're seeing them in a positive light, make money, spend money, and build the wealth as a couple versus their empires when they started out alone. And also, this is very important because this is the gist of the show. Everything, and I mean everything, that you are doing for the betterment of yourself needs money. So don't tell me you're investing in yourself and you're working on yourself and you don't have any money. You may not be rich yet. You may not have reached the level of success you want. There's no such thing as not having enough money to survive. So we start with the basics and then we inspire you to be more. Now, my own show, The Red Lipstick Vixen, that will discuss everything, and I mean everything, from sexuality to religion, from inheritance to lack thereof, what that means to us exactly. Are we just talking about material things, or are we getting into spiritual things? And it's sort of going to be an intellectual revolutionary after dark thing, if you can believe it. I kind of got the concept from way back in the day before I even existed. There was a show called Playboy After Dark. And I watched a documentary about how Playboy began and how not only was it the magazine we all know it for, but if you take those things away, it was actually a publication of the people. It discussed everything from abortion to civil rights. And I was like, wow, we still need that. It doesn't have to be as vulgar. And I'm not saying you'll see me with bunny ears on my head, but the concept is real. The concept of being happy, free, sexual, vulnerable people. It also has something to say about the society we lived in. So I hope you'll enjoy those. I'll be keeping you posted for when both of them are released. But with the remainder of my time, this is the topic I wanted to discuss with you all. And I would love feedback on all social media platforms, which I will be leaving for you all to respond to. I am 30. Right? And I think, according to modern research and what they've decided to go with, that makes me a millennial or an upper tier millennial, something like that. And I've been having the hardest time understanding why our generations do not weave together to make the tapestry of our culture and of our people. Across class, one thing I am finding is that we're not getting along. We're not getting along at all. And I can't tell if it's a combination of the generations having misunderstandings, like sincere misunderstandings, versus older generations feeling like we are their property and we should just do as we're told. Versus our generations are overly rebellious because even when we get the good information, we don't listen because we've had too many bad experiences with people trying to control us through information, money, and love. And I'm not sure if we're dealing with a generational curse of abuse or if we're dealing with new generational freedom that we don't know what to do with because we didn't have it for so long. So for all my people who are in the room, the panel, the people watching, at some point today, I would like to hear from you for why you think our generations are not interweaving, why we are not connecting to make a greater people. And that's across the nation. That can be across your local community. That can be a part of your culture. That can be a part of your religion, because there are people who are complaining about the division of the age groups, even in worships, houses of worship, I should say. So I just need to understand why we're too young to be young, but we're too old to be old. And it's like, do you want me to be the new leader of the baton and you pass it to me and I take it forward? Or do you want to use my momentum to still win the race by yourself? And that's tough. That's tough because, you know, we need our parents, our grandparents, our aunties, our uncles. We need them to be our leaders, not our overseers. It's different. I respect my elders. I grew up with pretty decent elders, but even I would say at some point there was a complete issue with communication on how they felt they could speak to me because I was their baby, you know? And it was very rude. I didn't feel like I was actually being taken into consideration my feelings as a woman, because that's what I am now. I'm even a new mother. So these are things I think before we can tackle the bigger social issues in the world, we actually have to tackle the extreme social issues in our homes. Better individuals make better families. You need your healing. You need to share. You need to speak to each other in a manner of someone who's always saying, I love you and I want you here. We are not speaking to each other that way. And some of me feels like it's because, yes, the youth can be arrogant. All youth can be arrogant. But a more major issue is we are not talking about what happened to those youth to make them feel like they needed to be that way. The trauma and the abuse from the generations before us is awful. And I don't say that to hurt you. I say that so that you understand that if I had to go through with you what you were going through, don't you think it did as much to me as it did to you? And now I'm trying to be the youth to step up in our legacy, to take my place, which is inevitably your place, and you are mad at me because of it. You are upset with me because I am showing you that I have figured out life in a way that you never could. And that is actually what the youth is supposed to do. So it all comes down to understanding that we need each other. We as the youth are lost because our roadmaps don't work. I feel like sometimes I look at the generations before me and I hear Langston Hughes's voice. I really do. And we could make it racial. We could make it religious. We could make it cultural. We could make it ethnic. And this story is true across a vast majority of us. And I want to fight that. Everyone has their ministry, right? Everybody has that thing that they are fighting. If you don't take anything else from Jasmine Monique, the Red Lipstick Vixen, understand this. I'm fighting gender intolerance because guess what? You can't say you love your people and then pick out what people you don't love. That's not how that works. We're fighting against racism. We're fighting against sexism. Everything that we already know in our spirits, just to simply be wrong. We don't have to debate these things. We don't have to make political parties out of these things. These are things that in our beings, we simply already know is wrong. And if the generations can come together and we can both admit what's wrong and we can both start to do what's right, I'll finish this by saying better individuals make better families, and better families make better communities, and better communities make better legislation. And better legislation leads to a better nation. Either that's what we're going to do together or that's what we're not going to do together. But hear me this, generations older than me. If you all continue to refuse to give us knowledge just because you also refuse to apologize, we will be forced to move on without you. And your legacy won't be preserved. It'll be rewritten. My name is Jasmine Monique, the Red Lipstick Vixen. You can follow me on Instagram at Red Lipstick Vixen, lipstick spelled with no C. That is also my name on Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook as Jasmine Monique, and then in parentheses, the Red Lipstick Vixen. I'm also working on 2 written projects, but I never like to give out too much information about those things until I know I have dates. Please look for the green tea in July and start to look for the Red Lipstick Vixen in September. Thank you so much for your time. I think I'm in there.
Wonderful, wonderful. You were right on time. Wonderful.
You.
Thank you so much for all of that, Jasmine. It was wonderful, wonderful to hear and to see you today. I hope you had a good time.
I did, and I can't wait to see everyone else. I love you guys and have a great Sunday.
You too. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
And next up, we have our last guest of the day, Mecca Nelson. We will go ahead and show you a little intro for Mecca right now at this very moment. As soon as I find it. Here it is. And here she is. How are you today?
Hey, what's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I'm great. How you doing?
Oh, great, great, great to see you. Hi, fire away.
Hey guys, what's up? As you can see, I'm sitting in my car, right? I just got out of church. So this is how we flow. Get it in where you can fit it in, right? My name is Mecca, the microphone check 1 2 1 2. And I am the CEO of Mecca City of Wholeness and the founder of the Yoma Method. The Yoma Method is a discipline that I created that has yoga, martial arts, and meditation fused into one. Yes, I am also a best-selling author, and my work is so based on life experiences. And every day as I think about it and I start to see my path and start to see the path that God has created for me, you know, I know it's not by accident. I am inside a book project called Still I Rise that will be coming out later on this year. I am also in another book project, but I'll save that one for you. You catch that one later on. You follow me, you start seeing a lot of stuff that I'm doing. Also, I have a book that, long story with this book, Humble Haitian Warrior, Lessons I've Learned from My Late Husband. My late husband, Sergeant Mario Nelson, was killed in Iraq, right? So that makes me a gold star spouse. And the book called Blessed Not Broken, Journey to Healing is a story about my process and what I went through and my whole experience. Yes. And it allowed me to see life in a different space. And expressing myself through writing really allowed me to see what I needed to see, do what needed to be done in life, which is truly a blessing. And now I'm able to create an impact in others' lives. So now I remember telling God, Father God, I don't know whatever it is that you have for me, but I know I have a purpose. And my purpose is to create impact that's going to help others heal from the process that they go through, right? And what I learned in that, now I'm going to share something with you guys. Yesterday morning, my grandma passed away, Josephine Nazir. I really just want to give a moment of silence for her. Just want to represent her because she's a wonderful, wonderful woman. Just give me that moment, give me that space, that minute. Yes, thank you so much. My grandma will be so proud of me right now to just be here today, to stand in my strength. She was a strong woman. That woman was so strong and so amazing. She raised me to be a beautiful, wonderful woman, and all who I am today and all that I am today is because of her and the grace of God. And I just felt like it was only right that I pay her that respect on today. I could have said, I'm not doing it. I could have said, I don't feel like speaking. Yesterday, I didn't really want to talk yesterday. But because I learned from years ago when I lost my late husband that was killed in Iraq that telling your story helps your healing process. Telling your story could also help someone else's healing process. So I share that with you because I want to share with you something here. With all that you go through, allow that to be the fuel to ignite a light that's inside of you. Allow that to be the fuel to help you seek your true purpose, your calling, and your talent. Allow it to light that fire that's maybe dim or not lit, right? It may not even be a fire that's there, but allow the experiences that you go through in life to light you up. Yes? See it as in more of a positive way. Shift it into something that's positive and allow it to be something that's going to help others' lives, because if you can catch what I'm saying here is that what you go through may not be the same thing as the other person is going through, right? But what you're going through is going to help someone else that you don't even know that's going through what you're going through, right? Allowing yourself to share your story in so many areas. You don't have to share the whole story. You can give like little snippets. The more you tell that story little by little, it's going to allow you to expand. It's going to allow you to open up. Yes? And I'm not talking just to talk. I'm not saying this just to say it. This is through my own experience. My own experience. I started saying little by little. And the little I said, I would get judgment. People say, oh, why you're still going through or feeling that you're feeling. Listen, I'm human. I got a right to feel the way that I feel. But let me express myself. Let me go do my process. But then I learned not everybody is meant to be in your circle. Not everybody is meant to be there, right? And then that's when you are opening up. That's when you have to work on having the spirit of discernment. Yes, to know who belongs in your space and who does not belong in your space, because you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish in life. And having those people in your space are always going to have you take some steps back. With any experience that you go through in life, you want it to take you into a space of learning, of gaining, of receiving. Yes? I take all my experience, even the smallest ones, as a learning experience. I use it as a learning tool to help guide me and lead me. Yes? Even with losing my grandmother as of yesterday, it's a guiding tool for me. It's a space in my life where I know there's something that I needed to do, and it was confirmed yesterday what I need to do. That I already was planning but wasn't sure when. Now I know when to do it. Yes, it's paying attention to the signs. Those experiences are not to take you down, they are to build you and help you. It doesn't always happen the way that you want it and how you want it and when you want it, but it happens in the time frame that it needs to happen in. Whatever your religion is, and if you don't have a religion, whatever, if you have a relationship with God or you don't, it's no judgment. It's all love over here, all love over here. You still family. But know this, there are signs that you will receive. And as you receive those signs, allow yourself to continue going forward. Yes, you may experience endurance, aka obstacles, aka situations, negative situations, or words that people may say to you. It's always going to be there. But your goal is to fight that fight. When I say fight that fight like you never fought a fight before in your life. Yes? Share with you my story that has really been holding on. I've been holding on to this story for so long. And what I realized is I felt like there was a void with my story. And with that void, it was actually sealed this year, that void that I felt. The story about my life, my entire life of when I met my late husband as a teenager, as we grew together, and even now, oh man, even down to my grandmother. My void, certain aspects of that book is being filled. For years, I felt like there was a void and I could not finish the book. I'll share something with you. I have a few of my late husband, Sergeant Mario Nelson, buddies that he served in war with. They could not find us. They finally found us. And from the day they found us, we've been talking, texting, FaceTiming, all types of things with each other. And what makes it so amazing is that we all can cry together, speak with each other, celebrate together, and be there as a family. And to have them inside my life and then my daughter's life now that she's going to college, it's amazing. It's a void that's being filled, that I felt that there was some emptiness that was there somewhere. But I tell you this, take this experience. It wasn't meant for me to come in contact with them from years ago. It wasn't meant for me. But it was meant for me to come in contact with them now. You know why I say that? I most likely was not able to receive the things that they were saying to me. Yes? And I am happy that I was able to have a conversation with them and be able to receive it and understand it and be a support system for them, just as they are a support system for myself. Yes, now I can complete this book. Now I can complete this book. This book I've been writing this book for so long, and now I'm able to complete it. And I am so happy that I'm able to implement that. And even with my grandmother, how I see this with my grandmother passing is it's a new journey that I'm stepping into. And as I step into this new journey, and as my daughter stepping into her new journey, my grandmother lived to be able to know that her first grandbaby graduated high school with an advanced diploma and attending HBCU. That right there touched her heart, and I know it did. So I take these things as these situations that we experience, and I utilize it in life movement, life experiences to ignite the fire inside, not to dim it, but to light it up. Allow yourself to be that light, right? Allow yourself to be that gem that's touching hearts, minds, bodies, spirit, and souls. Yes, I'm going to leave you with something that allowed me to go through my process. And I really hope these words that I told you and what I said earlier really help guide you and lead you in the path that you need to go in. It's up to you however you want to say it and when you want to say it. You don't have to say Father God, but you can say, allow me to see what I need to see, right? So here we go. Father God, allow me to see what you need me to see, think what you need me to think, hear what you need me to hear, speak what you need me to speak, feel what you need me to feel, move when, where, and how you need me to move. That was something that allowed me to do what I needed to do in life and to accomplish the goals that needed to be accomplished, and to allow me to be in tune with what was around me, whether it was the universe or God. Remember, whatever you believe in, it's all love over here, right? Take that, run with it, and allow yourself to always and forever be you, be amazing. May you be vigilant, self-disciplined, and well-balanced in your space and in your life, and allow all to flow mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically in your space, and allow yourself to heal, understanding that there's different forms of healing and there's different ways of healing. Guys, I have a podcast coming out, and it's called Evolving the World with Mecca, and I'll be launching that in the next 2 months, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Feel free to contact me, DM me. That's what I wanted to share with you, and also with the book. If you follow me, you'll start to see a lot of work that I'm doing, and I'm always open for collaborations and partnerships. And I say to you guys, and I leave you with this: command yourself, command every cell in your body to move with power, love, peace, and grace. May you forever be amazing, and may you move with greatness.
Thank you so much, Mecca. Thank you so much for imparting that to us. It was truly moving, and our prayers are always with you, and may you move as well. And I would love to collaborate sometime for a podcast on behalf of One True Promotion. So thank you again for being here today. Just wanted to tell you that.
Thank you so much. I appreciate thank you so much, guys. I appreciate you. Thank you for beautiful words, and I appreciate you so much. It means so much to me to be here today and just to share that love.
Yes, thank you so much, Mecca. Thank you for joining the Arts and Authors Extravaganza. Thank you, Kim. Thank you, Kelly, for putting this on. And Mecca, we wish you many blessings and a very nice day.
Thank you. Same to you. I love you guys.
Take care. All right, and that was all of our guests for today, everybody. So coming up soon will be the prizes. The prizes, the good old prizes coming out, and then, of course, our closing. So I guess I will turn it over back to Kim. But before we do that, let me give you one more time this little video honoring Kim here. Let's go ahead and get this baby up, and then we will go ahead into our finale.
everyone.
Hi, everybody. I just want to thank everybody that tuned in today to the Arts and Authors Extravaganza virtual part 2. I'd like to thank the speakers for coming out, sharing your amazing stories with everybody. I appreciate you all that participated. Also, I just wanted to just thank Alec and Andrew. I thank you guys so very much.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, Alec.
For some reason, listen, God works in mysterious ways. He knew how complicated this day was going to be for me. And Alec and Andrew, you guys made it so much easier. And I really appreciate you guys for all that you do. And it feels great for a change for Kelly and I to sit back and relax for a change. Because, you know, today was one of those days where we definitely needed you. But I just wanted to actually, Kelly, did you need anything to share by any chance?
I thought we were doing prizes.
Oh, yes. So we're giving away another $50 gift certificate to Starbucks. And Kelly, what name did you draw?
I think it's Elsie Pantano.
Ooh, Elsie, congratulations.
She's over on the YouTube site. So Elsie, we need you to totally email us or contact us via Messenger, Facebook.
Yes.
However, just to get this gift card.
So we have Diana Martin and Elsie
Pantano. Oh, maybe it's Pontano.
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 Well,
she just messaged, I
won. Well, congratulations to you both. And I just wanted to let you know about the Arts and Authors Cruise that's coming up again. So if you are interested in attending that cruise, and also you wanted to get your tickets, don't miss the boat. It's the website where you can register is bit.ly/business networking cruise. So even if you're not an artist or an author and you are into business or want to promote what you do, you can definitely come out and join us as well. Also, Ambition the Poet, he's going to be performing. So you may want to come out and see him as well. Also, our 10-year anniversary for the 2021 Arts and Authors Extravaganza is going to be August 8th, and that's going to be at the Crown Plaza. And the tickets for that is at bit.ly/Arts and Authors 2021. So we thank you all once again for joining us. And I thank you, Alec and Andrew. I can't thank you guys enough. I really appreciate you so much.
So amazing.
Kelly, thank you for joining us as well.
As always, thank you.
You all have a very, very good day. All righty.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
And before you all go, I just would like to thank you all again for being here as well as the co-hosts here at One True Promotion. Please do hit that subscribe button of One True Promotion. Please do follow Alec Bengia, author. Please do follow Andrew Bass, author. Please do come out and watch Drop a Line Thursdays, 9 p.m. EST, everywhere on the internet. Please book your interview today. If you would like one, DM me anytime for an interview. Talk is best. Andrew, when's that air?
It's going to be on Saturdays. You just email me. We'll get the dialogue going since the new season's about to premiere.
That's right. And that's about it. Andrew, unless you have anything else, we'll play them out and cut the stream.
Sounds good. Thank you all for joining. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream and the collaboration. And we hope that we presented you the way that you guys would have loved to have been presented. I hope we get to all work together in the future. And with that said, Alec, take it away.